Warning, the following podcast may contain foul language, offensive humor, and other juvenile behaviors. If you find these things offensive, stop listening now. Otherwise, enjoy the show.
Now I'll take the left, and you take the right. The road will stick to the shadows and remain out of sight. Let the wizard do the talking, his intelligence is the best. Then we'll all take on the boss man while the fighter takes the rest. Oh, we had this good idea, well it seemed good at the time. Now half our party's dead, and that sure ain't a good sign. So now we're back to character, Jen, our error we now see. So before we try out plan A, let's figure out plan B.
Hello!
Ooh.
We are here,
Yay.
and it's Saturday, and we're playing one-shots, because that's what we do, one Saturday a month.
One shot, one skill.
Yes. Good job. That was smart. Nice. I'm here today. I'm running Laser Ponies this morning because that's what seemed like a super great idea at 12:30 this morning. And I'm here with my friend Jason and my friend Pooja.
Hello.
And we're going to be going through the whole system today. We're actually going to be creating characters, which really doesn't take very long because the system's made for kids. We will probably not be playing...
Made for kids, ruined by adults.
Ruined by adults.
Like so much of the world.
Such a perfect hashtag for this game, like the slogan for this game. It's a little long for hashtag, but so that's what we're doing today. So Pooja, who are you and what makes you famous?
I am Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LA Daisy Girl, and I used to co-host a podcast called Bright Coats Black Magic.
Nice.
So we were actually just talking about reviving.
Excellent. Yep, it was fun, and we all used to work out together. So that's how we all know each other.
Yep.
We are the swole nerds. All right, so you have your character sheets in front of you.
Can I say who I am too?
Fine.
They'll know you.
They know you.
I
But
know.
you probably should say that.
I keep interrupting anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Interrupting Cow.
I totally forgot to hit record on the thing.
Okay, let's do it all over again.
Take it again.
Hey.
right.
Take two.
Take two. We're super awesome.
Thanks, streamers. Just hang in 1 second.
Hang in 1 second. We'll make
Y'all
it
are so
super cool.
patient.
Hi, welcome to One Shot Saturday. Saturday a month, we play one shots.
Yay!
And if you're having deja
Hooray.
vu, that's okay. That's
We
the
did
thing
it.
that happens. I'm here today playing Laser Ponies still, which I still thought was a great idea at 12:30 this morning, with Jason and Pooja. And Pooja, who are you and what makes you famous?
Hi, I am Pooja, and you can find me on Twitter at LA Daisy Girl. And my wonderful and soul claim to fame is I used to host a podcast called Brown Coats Black Magic, and we were just talking about reviving it.
Yeah.
So
You
fun
should.
times.
You totally should.
Yeah. Well, plus you also work on a bunch of cool TV shows and stuff.
This is true.
Yeah, that's also kind of cool. Like, really.
I mean, but like, unless you like go troll IMDb, you're not gonna like. There's no fame there for me.
That's true. That's true. And who are you?
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Johnny Cash. No, I'm not. I'm Jason. And I wrote and directed a game called Demigods. I can't
Never heard
stop
of it.
saying
I'm
that. It's an RPG that is based on the PBTA system, and we'll hopefully have some playtest materials out in June, and it's kind of fun.
It's super fun.
It is really.
It's
it's-
super
I
fun.
think
Can
it's
speak from
okay.
experience.
Yeah. And you can totally listen to that AP
Oh.
and watch that AP on Happy Jacks. And it's
Yeah.
going right now. We play on Sundays, but if you're listening to this in the future, after
Yeah.
that campaign ends, you can find it at happyjacks.org/shows.
Yeah. And isn't it happyjacks.org/demigods? Isn't it? Don't we? Everyone.
That'll go directly to it, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm super organized, and I forgot how organized I was. Yes.
Yeah. That's the only.
Or
yeah.
Revelations.
Oh, Revelations.
the
Yeah.
na- yeah, it's the name of the campaign.
.org/Revelations.
Revelations. Yeah. So today we're playing Laser Ponies, which I haven't run in a really, really long time. So it's going to be super fun today.
Yeah.
It's a really simple system. It's absolutely one of my favorite systems. You can buy this entire system for $1.99 on Drive-Thru RPG, and you get the little PDF that was made by this awesome dad that his kids drew all the pony pictures. And the entire idea of this game is you are a magical pony and you have lasers you can shoot out of your eyes. It's the best concept. Super, super fun. and incredibly easy and very successful with kids. I've never run a game for kids. I always run them for adults who always ruin it and make it super adult, which is okay because that's sort of my intent usually anyway. Yeah, it's super fun. So you guys have your character sheets in front of you, and they do have the lovely feature that I love in kids games where there's like the coloring book feature where you have like the little area where you can color what your pony looks like.
Yeah, it's definitely only for kids. Only kids should use
Yeah,
that.
I've like definitely not been.
Yeah.
Like, I've not already started drawing onto my pony.
Yes.
You see nothing.
So we're going to be going through the system today for that you can you get like the whole system with the book. It's based on the it's called QAG system, which stands for Quick Ask Gaming System, which is why for laser ponies they call it QAGs. And it's a super easy system. You can also just buy that system separately. I didn't look that up this morning. I don't know how expensive that is right now, but I think last time I looked it was like $5. So it's again super easy to get the PDF.
Please support independent game developers.
Yes,
Yes.
do the thing. And yes, this is the system that I ran into infamy many years ago at a Strategicon where I made little ponies. And there was a rainbow afro involved, and it was just magic in so many ways. It was fantastic. So yeah, we're going to run through it all today, including character generation. You can do pretty much whatever you want. The system calls for like rainbows and yum-yums, which are candy point things that we'll talk about later. But we don't have to be that way. So the mechanics work no matter what land we put it in. So yeah. So what flavor of games are you guys wanting to play today with this?
Pooja.
I'm going to point out now that you are both already drinking. So it's sort of setting.
This is just Starbucks. What?
This
Not
could
bad.
totally be coffee.
No.
No one would know.
Yeah, right. Except we saw how much Bailey's you put in that. Like we
That
saw
was an accident?
an accident. Your hand just
Accident.
spasms. Okay. So like fully informed.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What would you guys like to play?
Pooja had a really good idea to start with.
I was really excited about playing my goth pony.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
And,
Goth Pony's a really good place for us to start.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And Jason's character sounded interesting as well.
My pony was a Navy doctor, and is retired to the local town to be the town doctor, but soothes his hard past with hard drinking and cigar smoking,
Excellent.
and is ultimately a good doctor, but when not on duty is surly and grumpy all the time,
Right.
but not drunk at
All the
work.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Yet.
hungover maybe, but that's right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. So we're going like a little bit darker adulty Ponyland.
Does that seem dark?
No, it's fine.
It doesn't have to be dark
No.
necessarily.
No. We'll figure it out.
As I draw a skull on my pony.
Yeah. You are drawing spikes.
Does
and
your
skulls.
pony spike their mane? Like
Yes.
that's real.
You've got the pony hawk in
Can
the
we
front.
put that on the camera?
Yeah.
That's
Pony hawk in the front,
Pony hawk.
and then studs along the,
The
back.
famous skater.
Yeah. If you're listening on the podcast, just, whatever you're imagining is about what would
Yeah.
probably would be.
Yeah, the image you have in your mind is correct.
Is correct. Absolutely.
I've been looking at Jason's mohawk to get my proportions
I
correct.
need to figure out how to draw an anchor.
An anchor.
Yeah, anchor tattoo on his shoulder.
Yep, you
It's
have to
really
look
just
that
kind
up
of
to
a
look that up.
like
Yeah,
a
I
I can
do.
draw one. Here. There's a little thing. You write a J and then a backwards J, and then you put little spikes in the end.
But I want it to look like that.
All right. Well, that's actual artwork. I can't draw that, but you can do it. Do the thing, Jason.
Why do
You
we have
can
to,
do the
Why do
thing.
we have to pay artists? Because they're good and I
super
can't do.
awesome at what
Because
they do.
skill and work.
Because they practice shit tons.
Yeah.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is when I joined the union.
So, yes, this is one of the cool aspects of this game is like taking your childhood with My Little Pony, which now there's a whole nother generation that has it too, and like as an adult, like twisting it and just making it like awful and fabulous. I love it so much.
What's amazing about that is, like, although I spent so long watching My Little Pony growing up, most of what I remember is, like, not about My Little Pony.
Right.
For some reason, when I think of My Little Pony, scenes from Fraggle Rock
Yes.
come up instead.
I don't really remember like that much of the My Little Pony cartoon, but I remember my toys. Like I still have them in my mom's house actually. Like this giant box full of all the horses of all the toys from the 80s because I was just like horse obsessed. So I had She-Ra's horse. I actually had like 4
you were
She-Ra
a horse
horses.
girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like one She-Ra doll because that was less important. I just
went
needed
to
one
horse
to feed
camp.
them.
Yeah. Well, I went to horse camp every year, and yet somehow all of my toys were like car based.
Oh, that's cool.
I had like an entire Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox sized holder of miniature cars. So like if you think the cars are like this big, and then you think a lunchbox is like
That's
this
a
big,
lot.
and then also Transformers.
Yeah. Transformers were awesome. Oh my god.
Dukes
So
of Hazzard. Now, there's a show that didn't become problematic at all.
All right, so on your character sheet, it's a very complicated character sheet, very difficult.
Yeah.
So you get to have your name. You can put your gender if you feel like it. You also don't have to. It doesn't necessarily have any mechanics or anything in the game, but it's there. Your age doesn't really matter for this game. The rule book suggests, because it's meant to play with kids, that you have it be a colt or a foal.
Oh.
So, like, younger.
Oh.
Yeah, it's, like, very specific with that. But since we're adults, we don't have to do it that way. It's not as big a deal. So you can pick whatever kind of age you want. Body, brain, nerve, those are 3 of the stats. So body, brain, and nerve are basically your natural abilities. So body is like your physical. So if you're rolling to climb a hill or something, you're going to roll body. For brain, that's like your mental abilities, able to solve puzzles. If you're saying, hey, can I figure out a way to open this door? You're going to roll brain. And nerve is your emotional and social abilities. So if you're going to try and intimidate somebody, if you're going to, figure out, what is someone else feeling right now, that's all going to be your nerve. Really complicated. Can you remember those 3 things? I don't know. It's really difficult.
Can you start over from the top?
Yeah, maybe we should have played Hero. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure I have it.
Champion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have it.
Palladium.
No, okay. Well, then on your character sheet, you also have a job. So your character's job describes what you do for a living. But it doesn't always have to be. You can also, if you want to be magic. I mean, you're all magical ponies, but in the kingdom, if you want to
If
have
you
a job.
also-
So you already have yours. You're going to be the doctor.
I'm a doctor, yeah.
Right.
But you could be independently wealthy if you wanted to.
Absolutely.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Because, what does independently wealthy look like to a pony? Like, I have a great pasture that has all the grass ever. Amazing.
My pasture is the best. All other pastures wish they were my pasture.
Exactly. The grass is literally greener on my side of the fence. Gimmick. This is something unusual about your character. Something unique. Yeah, Jason's gone a little overboard on this already. I feel like, Pooja, you're going to also do this. Character stuff such as superhuman strength, always finding a parking space, which it actually says in the rule book. I didn't say that just for you, Jason.
So
Really?
ponies are driving cars now?
Did you see where I parked this morning?
No, is it right across the street? God damn it. Jason has like the superhuman ability to find parking in LA anywhere with like no trouble. And it's an actual documented fact. And I don't know how
Yeah.
that fucking works. It's annoying, but great also when you ride with him. So, but that actually...
So, AKA, Jason always has to drive everywhere.
everywhere. He does. He's like carpool man. But it actually, it says always find a parking space in the book.
That's amazing, yeah.
That's when I was kind of like, oh yeah, this is totally meant to be.
I approve this message.
Yeah. So in most cases, you can't learn a gimmick. You either have it or you don't. So it's something about you. And you can kind of just pick your own.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And then weakness?
Weakness is some sort of major disadvantage that your character must contend with. It should be like a tragic flaw in literature, not just an annoying character trait or minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
So like allergies, not necessarily a real weakness.
Yeah.
Unless you're allergic to ponies, then it might be an actual
Problematic,
very big
yeah.
problem.
That would be so sad.
It'd be so sad.
Could a weakness be that he gets seasick?
if you're actually gonna, well,
Are we on the sea though?
yeah.
Are
I
we
feel like
going
we're-
anywhere? No. Okay.
I mean, we can.
That's all right.
If you
I just
want
thought
this
it'd be
adventure-
funny
Yeah.
of a Navy doctor
Yeah.
who gets seasick.
That'd be amazing. If you want this to take place on the sea, then yes, that can be a disadvantage.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Um,
And then skills. Skill is an ability. Basically stuff you can do. So quick start rules are a little bit different than the actual Quags rules. There is a point buy system. We're not going to do that today because we're
Okay.
going to
yeah.
fudge it just a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to let you list off your skills. You can kind of come up with whatever you want. And then we'll roll the body, brain, nerve that seems most easily connected with them. So let's start there. If you're like me, you want to fill in the name last. But if you have a name, you can also fill it in now. It's always the last thing I can think of for a game. Do you do the same way?
Depends. Sometimes I come up with a name first and have to build a character around it.
Oh, yes, that's true. That happens. All right, so basically what you're going to do, you're going to roll a 20-sided die and divide it by 2, and then add 6. And you're going to do that three different times.
So a 20-sided die,
Divide it into 2,
and add 6.
and then add 6.
I'm so sad right now.
So divide it by
Okay.
2,
Yeah.
and then add 6.
Yes, and just write the numbers on the side, because then you can distribute them as you like once you see what all your numbers are.
Oh no!
And 1.
Is 1.5 a number?
If you roll, yeah.
7 plus
Sure,
6
yeah,
is...
actually.
Okay, that's not terrible.
We'll roll up.
7.5?
We'll round up for you guys when you get
Okay.
your final numbers.
Oh yeah, this is the worst.
Oh, that's not terrible. So...
At least somebody's got good numbers.
Nope, I wouldn't say good, but like, at least, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You were supposed to do that 4 times, not 3 times.
Things that can happen
Oh my
again.
God.
Did you just roll a 4? Because that was my first roll.
Yep.
Ooh!
Dang.
Yeah, this is real bad.
I'm
be a
also having
subpar
serious
pony?
math
Yeah,
issues where
I
I'm
am.
like, where's a
Alright.
calculator dividing by 2 and adding 6?
All right. So assign those numbers to body, brain, nerve, and gimmick.
And what goes under gimmick again? We've got shoot lasers and
Shoot lasers is like default. All ponies have that. And
Yeah.
then you get to come up with one other gimmick. So that's the one where I was like, always find a parking space.
Oh, right,
trick. So
right.
you get to come up with something else for your pony. And we can kind of talk about that in a second, like whatever you want that to be.
yeah.
And you said we were rounding up for halves, or no?
I'll do that, yeah. That's fine.
You're so nice.
That's so nice.
For
And
now.
punk rock ponies and drink at 11 in the morning.
It's noon somewhere.
It is. It'll be noon here soon. It'll be fine.
So job doesn't get a number in it, right?
Job gets number 2. I'm sorry. I think I told you the wrong number.
So gimmicks doesn't get a number?
No, it does. It does too.
So
I'm
we
sorry.
need-
we actually need
told you
one
wrong. Yeah,
more.
do
I
one
need
more.
an extra number.
I messed everything up.
Hey!
Ooh, a good number.
Finally.
Ooh.
8
You can move that to
plus,
something else. Though.
plus 6 is 14.
Oh, half of 12 plus 6 is 12. I'm so...
Oh yeah, you were supposed to do that because it said repeat X times and it told you what to do and then said repeat.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the number of times you were supposed to repeat that. I didn't count the first one. I'm smart. I can do the thing. Awesome. And then you're going to choose... first, let's talk through what you want your gimmicks to be, possibly. We are in a magical land of ponies that have lasers, so it's like...
And jobs.
And jobs, yeah. And evidently they can have good parking spots. So there's very little ceiling on this particular thing. So what would you like? I can tell you we will be... there might be. There's a possibility for combat, but there's
Yeah.
also a possibility, depending on how you play it, for no combat.
My idea for a gimmick was I was going to call it Get Real, and it's this ability for the doctor to be like, you've got to be kidding me with this complaint, and like shaming someone into self-reflection.
Nice.
Like not just making them feel bad, but like they feel a little bad, and then they actually are forced to self-reflect.
Okay.
Oh, that's so funny because my first thought on a gimmick was Withering Stare.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Nice.
With our powers combined.
Oh my god, yes. So good. So I feel like your Withering Stare would that like freeze them in place? Like it just is like, oh god. Okay.
They would be so like intimidated
Yeah, absolutely.
that they would be
real
unable
good.
to move.
Yeah.
That's real good. You should keep that. I think I'm going to change Get Real to something else.
Okay.
Because it belongs to the goth and
Yeah.
it should.
Oh good.
It is good and true.
You guys are so good at naming these though. Can I just say that's fucking fantastic? We can move on to other stuff.
Yeah,
while
I'm
you're
going to think about it.
Okay, so now you get to choose 3 skills. Again, we're doing the quick start rules, and I like playing where you get to come up with whatever skills. There is like a skills list in the Quags game, but whatever. Basically, you're going to get a +1 bonus. So one of them gets a +2 bonus, and one of them gets a +3 bonus. So you have 3 skills, +1, +2, +3.
Oh, okay.
So figure out what you want those skills to be. Things like using a computer, if you want to have a computer in the game, things like that. So like anything you'd want, and you can always do stuff that you don't have skills for. You just roll body, mind, nerve. So there's always a chance that you'll
What is
succeed
nerve
even if you
again?
don't- That's like your emotional.
Okay.
Like I've got spunk, my ability to read other people's emotions.
I was a seaman.
Yeah, absolutely. Salty one. Yeah.
What are you laughing about, Pooja?
Yeah. Can you explain that joke to us?
Well, I didn't teach 8th graders physical education.
That's true. That's my job. And I've written a number of songs about salty semen.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so help me figure this out.
Okay.
I put the big number, my biggest number, 14, into job.
Okay.
And my job is that I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And then I also was going to take skill doctoring. And is that the idea, or is that so? That shouldn't be a skill. Okay.
Yeah, your job is something
I'm
you
going to
can do.
change
and
my
that's why you
numbers
have-
around a little.
Yeah.
Okay. So then skills are going to be.
Yeah, it's
Other
very
things.
all-encompassing.
Yeah,
So I'm not
got
going to
it.
be like, oh, you don't have the skill in, setting a bone. Like, doctoring includes all of the things that might ever be
Okay.
Doctor.
Yeah,
all the things that could
probably
be doctored.
dental stuff, too,
Yeah.
because it's a kid's game.
I'll just kick your teeth out.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
It's going to have to go.
Yeah.
So these skills could be...
At least
like,
with laser eyes, cauterizing seems like it would be really easy.
Yeah, actually. That probably saves, like, a lot. And,
Yep.
yeah,
Stitches at least.
absolutely.
There's so many snitches. Hey, by the way, look how my anchor turned out.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I went with the skull and the thorny rose.
I like
Oh,
that.
it's so good.
Oh my god. Are there little like blood droplets on the thorns of the rose?
Yes.
That'd be amazing. Oh my god. So perfect.
But I came unprepared for this situation, so I have no colored pencils.
that I feel like that was really my responsibility as the GM. I should have provided
Agreed.
coloring
Yeah,
materials.
utter failure.
Absolutely. I'm the worst.
Let's see.
So skills.
Let's see.
I'm also
So
fine-
writing Anne Rice fanfic would not be necessarily the skill.
writing
though.
would be a skill. If you want it to be that specific, I will also let it apply to all writing. So
Can I put like a
Right, it would be
piloting thing down, and it covers like sailing and driving and okay,
totally.
real good driver.
Yeah.
Like a if it has a motor, you're
Yeah.
good at it.
Yeah.
What does a car for ponies look like in your brain?
I don't know. Maybe something a little bit like what the Flintstones had.
Okay. Nice. I like it with their feet going through.
Yeah.
I love that idea so much.
Yeah. Or at least like their feet are doing something.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Fan-fucking-tastic. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I kind of want a sci-fi Laser Ponies game
Yeah.
Yeah.
where or it's like the feet are all like on different controls, like an array
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's the
Except-
other one. Weird.
at their hooves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Awesome. Well, we can also kind of fill those in as we go. If you want to just put 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like this second and third skill thing is so far not.
Yeah.
Oh,
coming
yeah.
today.
I think probably what was originally going to be the gimmick is I'm going to have a skill called like convincing.
Okay.
Let's say of like
Cool.
can sort of
Yeah.
is reasonably good at telling people what to do. That military background.
Sure. Awesome. Like leadership.
Bossing
kind of,
people
like,
around.
commanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Excellent.
Oh,
And
I think stomping will be my second one.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
and I'm going to take a skill of, like, techie.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Okay.
because I gave my pony like the heavy
Stomp.
Yeah.
industrial shoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like beyond Doc Martens.
Yeah. Well, I mean they're for pony feet, so like
Yeah.
it's just like 2-inch thick horse shoes.
Nice.
Super giant one.
Like studded on the sides.
Fantastic. Yeah, and then we talked about weakness as well. So, what weakness is some sort of major disadvantage. So basically, yeah. What do you? I feel like your drinking problem might be a good candidate for that.
It's not a problem if I have more to drink. Yeah, I'll put that down.
So,
I think I might have a gimmick as well.
okay.
I talked about the doctor having maybe a couple of candy prosthetic legs, like made out of articulated candy that actually moves and is, animate. And so I was thinking about a gimmick called All Terrain that can like
Nice.
turn into, climbing hoof claws,
Scale the cliff.
yeah, things
Oh,
like that.
that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like fire a grappling hook up and yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Cool. And now, just so you guys know, your weakness number is the same as your gimmick number.
Oh,
Okay.
Whatever you got
snap.
for gimmick is also your weakness.
Well, does that mean I have to roll under that number to defeat my weakness? I've got a lot of low numbers here.
Yeah, that's okay. I also feel like you have a drinking problem, so that's sort of
Yeah, that's
apropos.
That's true. Yeah.
What is the greatest weakness to you?
Yeah.
Pop music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that she secretly loves it? Oh, sorry, you're going with she? I assumed your gender.
I feel like there's a beat in there somewhere.
Oh no, actually, you're okay. If the roll is less than or equal to the number, the weakness takes effect. Okay.
Oh no!
So you actually have a less chance of having the weakness take effect. I think. If I'm reading that
So you want to
correctly.
roll over your weakness.
Let me read that again because that seems opposite of the rest of the mechanics.
Yeah, but that would
But
make
it also
sense.
makes sense
Yeah.
because
You want
the
a real
greater your
power.
gimmick is,
Yeah.
the greater your weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With great power comes great.
Great.
Weakness.
Weakness.
Yep.
Yeah.
As we all know.
Cool. Yeah. So basically, in everything, you're going to roll a d20, and you want to get equal to or under the number for whatever it is to succeed. Which you don't want your weakness to
Well,
succeed. But
I'm going to hang on to this die that punked me by rolling super low the whole time.
it's gonna work
So-
for you, Jason. It's gonna be amazing. So awesome. And then the other side of your character sheets, it says coat, mane, and
right.
tagline. Tagline is just kind of a thing that like helps like put your personality of your pony on the character sheet, other than your spectacular artwork. So I don't know. What would the tagline for your ponies be?
I don't know, but my coat is glittery navy blue.
Perfect.
Because Navy.
With
And glitter.
with white highlights. The mane is white. The anchor tattoo is white. Okay, so glittery navy blue.
Jet. Black.
And white. mane.
Red. Burned in. I guess that would be brands then.
Scarification.
Yes. Well, sometimes the pain is so much, and the only way to relieve it. But actually,
At least we didn't go dark.
especially this week, if you feel like self-harm, please call someone.
Absolutely.
There are many places where you could go for help.
Absolutely.
And I say especially this week because it's
Yeah,
RPG
it's like-
Limit Break, and they support NAMI, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Yep. And every week is a good week to pursue your mental health.
Absolutely.
True.
And
I think my tagline is rub some dirt on it.
nice. That's good callback. Good plan.
Or potentially walk it off, but that's
I
like
think like pain is life, especially yours.
other people's pain. Schadenfreude.
Absolutely. And you guys, what age did you guys decide you wanted to be? We have foal, we have yearling, we've got filly colts, which is like teenagers, and then we've got mare/stallion.
I think I'm. Can I be the hard-drinking Doogie Howser?
For your filly colt?
Filly colt, teenage, like, got his doctorate
Yeah.
by filly age.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that gives you a +3 to your laser damage modifier.
Nice.
So,
What would like a teenage horse be? Colt?
that's a filly or a colt. Yeah. So
Colt.
you're the same. So
Colt.
+3 to your laser damage modifier.
Filly
So,
colts.
Yep. So, except for foals, who can only make their eyes glow, all laser ponies can shoot lasers from their eyes. A pony's accuracy is determined by the gimmick roll, which may be modified by a skill such as crack shot. The amount of damage done by the laser blast varies depending on the pony's age. So you guys decide, so you're +3. And then you've got a thing called pony power. So ponies working together always achieve more than ponies on their own. If 4 or more ponies attack as one, they draw a mysterious force known as pony power.
How about 2 or more ponies?
Well, we can make it 2 for
Yeah.
today. When a pony with the highest gimmick number does the maximum damage possible, regardless of the roll. So that, like, you've got this
By your
amazing-
powers combined.
Exactly. It's shoot. Yes.
Yeah.
You are Captain Pony.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
Captain Pony.
he's our hero. Absolutely.
Gonna
Coolness.
take poaching down to
Fabulous.
0.
So you guys have filled in all the things.
I think
Did
so.
you guys come up with names, though?
Yeah.
That's the hardest part always for me.
Dr. Ponyhauser?
Cool. Cool.
Wouldn't it be like Dr. Pony Barner then?
Maybe. Oh, Dr.
Stabler?
Pony Barnacle? Seahorse. Something about seahorses.
I'm not good at puns on demand.
Yeah, this is tough.
You're usually pretty good at puns on demand.
How dare you?
I know. I mean, like, it's not like we ever had a punishment corner at your house.
What?
What?
Well, that's
Wow.
a completely different
Wow.
story.
That's
For maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of background, we play RPGs at my house, and when somebody drops a real bad pun, they are occasionally shunned to the corner. There are lots of other good reasons to have a punishment corner in your house, but that's not why it was at my house.
Well, at least not on those days.
Right.
right.
I'm going to go with Doc for
Doc.
now. I've got the rest of the names coming. I'll drop that on us when it comes to me.
You know what? That's going to happen. I'm going to go with Maureen as a call out to Night Vale.
Nice. Cool.
Subject to change if I do think of a nice horse pun.
That's
But
cool.
in the meantime,
Yeah.
Nan, I have listened to a lot of Night Vale.
I like that. Nice. Awesome. Then why don't I think that's the end of the character. So why don't you just do like a summary and an introduction of each of your ponies, you guys?
Okay. Do you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, Doc Pony. That's not his last name. Entered medical school far earlier than most ponies. Completed the degree with flying colors and the Navy, the Pony Navy, were like, hey, you'll be an amazing doctor. It would be inappropriate to have a child on the battlefront, but you could come in and be a doctor and sew up all these grievous, horrible wounds.
Because that'll be less mentally
Yeah,
distressing.
That's less upsetting, but would make a great TV show. No, he, but yes, was recruited to the Navy, and apparently everybody signed off on that because that would be fine. And basically became an adult in that process, and now is retired because he's served the appropriate amount of time, and also suffered some wounds at the end, and his two front legs have been replaced with articulated candy legs that can be used for lots of different things, mostly for walking around. And so we got, I forget we got, not relieved of duty, but discharged from the military, honorable discharge, and got the Purple Heart and all that, and so decorated Navy veteran by the age of Philly Colt, and
Nice.
Is now small town doctor in, where the heck are we? I don't know.
Well, we can come up with that together. There is a set land of ponies that we can use. There's even a map involved. But if we want to go in another place, then we can do that too. So we'll just take all of that and put it wherever we'd like this story to be.
If we have a goth, I feel like we need a big city, like a pony city.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
If you prefer the small town doctor feel, the small town goths exist. They're just even more lonely.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Okay. Pooja, why don't you share us?
Okay, so my pony is Maureen. She is a filly colt who works at the only record store in town. Because what other job was she going to have? And she is goth. And she's, her favorite band is Candy Corn.
Candy Corn with a K.
Yes.
That's good.
That's
It's real
fantastic.
good.
I love it.
And she's definitely feeling like no one understands her really. And it's hard being in this tiny town, and the music they have here at the store kind of sucks. And her parents just really don't get it.
Yeah.
What parents do.
And she takes the edge off by smoking her clove cigarettes.
Good.
It's so good because it's real.
Yep.
May or may not have been my teenage years.
The setting has Panagonia, which is the land of the ponies, and it is this beautiful, picturesque, very small kind of kingdom. It has the craggy mountains to the north and Rainbow Falls to the south, with the little river. The Glitter Valley is in between of those two things. The Glitter Valley is really where the ponies live. It's their little ideal place with places to drink water and lots of grass. We can also make a pony city if you'd like there. There's the evergreen forest. And there's bears there. They're scary. And then the red plains are beyond that. There's also the chasm to one side. It gets very, very simple. What would you guys like?
Okay.
So let's start building our city together. I feel
Sure.
like there's a giant pony city in the middle of the Glitter Valley.
Yeah, I mean, we could do like a St. Louis sort of thing where there's the city
On either side of the
sprawled
river.
across the river.
Perfect.
And, what do you think of that, Pooja?
Yeah, and instead of
that.
the arch, it'll be like a giant horseshoe. So it's a cross between St. Louis and all of Texas.
Yes.
Nice. Like
Yep.
it. Cool. So what will our city be called?
I barely came up with a name for my character. Why do you keep asking me to name things?
Because I don't want to do it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be honest about that. Because it's collaborative storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes, and?
Let's see. We've got New Ponyton. We've got. Is it? We're going a little bit more glamorous kind of city, or more Midwest working city.
I feel like I'd rather go more of a Midwest, city, but not major metropolis.
Okay.
Sure. So not new anything.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
could be new, but it would be like new.
Detroit.
No.
Yeah.
You know, what would be something rustic? New Pastureton.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. I like that. There's, we could also name it after, I feel like I'm kind of picturing it as a place like we've got like industrial cities, like that make cars and stuff. Like maybe it's like Saddletown or something like
or
that.
Shoehorn.
Shoehorn. There you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
it.
Okay. So Shoehorn? Is that what we want to call it? Or
That works.
Saddleton?
I don't know. What do you think?
I like Saddleton.
Saddleton? Okay.
No offense.
It's fine.
Saddleton in
Shoehorn's where I go to drink.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the
Shoehorn
Shoehorn
Bar and Grill. Oh, God. What do they grill?
Oh.
Veggies. Just veggies.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
veggie grill.
carrots and apples.
Yep.
And,
Yep. Woo,
yeah.
That almost
that got dark real quick.
that got weird.
That's amazing.
Bears.
Maybe.
I mean, we are, I'm assuming, defeating the scary bears in the Evergreen Forest. What are we doing with them? Like, once we defeat them?
That's true. That's a good question I never thought to ask.
It would be so wasteful. It's the pony.
God.
It's the laser ponies versus the scare bears.
We need to like morph this game and do like an 80s cartoon war against oh my god, like one side of the table is the Care Bears, one side of the table is My Little Pony.
Yeah.
The real question is it just the Care Bears, or do the Care Bear cousins come into this?
Yeah.
And do they recruit the gummy bears
Oh right.
as long range weapon option?
And where's Rainbow Bright in all of this? Like really, where does she stand?
She's trying to remain neutral.
Yeah.
I can understand
Like,
that.
I feel like... And then where does Shira stand in all of this?
I feel like she'd squarely be on the side of the ponies.
Yeah.
Because Starlight, like, man, he's got to have that kinship there.
Yep.
We went way down that rabbit hole, guys. We dove in and we swam.
Speaking of,
So
new Shira!
Oh, yeah. It's going to be good.
excited!
I mean, I don't care if it's good. I'm excited that it's happening.
It's also going to be good.
Yeah.
And I don't just say that because I have friends working on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I think it probably will be good.
Yeah.
But to me, it doesn't matter if it's good.
Right.
I thought that, and then I saw Thundercats.
Oh, that's true. That was...
But I have much more trust in the Shira team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Cool. All right, so we are in Saddleton in Patagonia. Or Panagonia, not Patagonia. Patagonia is actually Panagonia. Yes, Panagonia.
And yet we're the only ones who've been drinking.
Yeah. Right. And we have our kind of industrial town that is on both sides of the river in Glitter Valley. And I can't read the river from here. What does it say? The Splendid River.
Splendis River.
Splendis River. So Saddleton is divided by the Splendis River. And there's the Shoehorn Bar and Grill. Bridget, do you want any places specific to your character that you'd like to add to our city?
Well, I need to add the record store.
Yes.
Oh,
The record store. What's the name of that? Because I don't want to come up with it. And yes, and it. I feel like it should be like the Carousel. Like the Carousel record store.
Could be.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yes, okay. You're perfect.
I was trying to riff on Empire, and I couldn't think of what it was. M-Pony Records was the best I had. It's not.
Carousel.
Yeah.
The Carousel.
Carousel's way better.
Carousel Records. I was trying to think horses, and like
I got
All right.
like too distracted by drawing industrial buildings on this
did.
Yeah.
picturesque
And
map.
skyscrapers, yeah.
Little
That's
thing.
what it needed.
But there are service elevators in all the buildings
Well, yeah.
because pony sized.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, Pony's going downstairs is... Like, going up is relatively fine, but...
But going down seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Awesome sauce then. And I think we are pretty much there. The only other thing we need to talk about
Can't
is
spell carousel.
Yum Yums. So Yum Yums are...
I would like to know more.
Yes. These are candy. And they're actually a fairly important mechanic to the game. Yum Yums are the single most important mechanic in the Crags game. The basic system lets you describe your character's abilities, etc. Yum Yums, however, are what allow your character to become a hero. Essentially, Yum Yums are the brownie points awarded to a player when the player does something that makes the game more fun. So they're kind of like bennies in some ways.
Does that count if I ruin everything?
Yes.
Okay.
In this
Ruining
game,
things is also fun.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Phew. Because otherwise, I'm out
I
of
mean,
luck.
it just brings them like their true nature to the forefront.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you can use Yum Yums to improve your character's fortunes and ability to save their lives in tough situations. Don't hoard your Yum Yums. Just as you need to spend money, you probably should spend your Yum Yums to keep your game lively.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys both start with 1.
1. Oh, how much HP should we have?
I am trying to find that in this, and because I thought I remembered. But we're just going to make it right now the same as your body score.
Fancy.
That seems logical, and yeah. So you can use your Yum Yums if you want. You can eat your Yum Yums, but unfortunately this has absolutely no effect in the game. Often you actually hand out real candy to these, so that's why it's like you can eat your Yum Yums, but that doesn't actually help
When
in the
then
game.
it's gone.
When
When your Yum Yums are gone, they're gone.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a good lesson in delayed gratification.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
Or in trade-offs, because if you spend your Yum Yums, then you can't eat them.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Would you rather contribute to telling the story or stuff your face?
Yes. An automatic
That's
success.
such a hard choice.
Oh my gosh! If there were a version of this game where the Yum Yums are shots, and you, but to spend it, you had to.
Oh, careful. Yes. That'd be amazing. To spend it, you actually had to shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
100% how that's going to have to go down when we do the 80s cartoon version of this.
Yes.
Yes.
This is going to be real good.
This is going to be a thing. Oh my God.
I
All right.
apologize to everyone.
You're
Rip
good.
your ears.
It happens. It happens all the time.
If
actually.
it didn't make it to the floor, it didn't make that much noise.
Yeah. If it didn't make it to the floor and someone actually accidentally stepped on it and dragged it while they were trying to find it, like, no,
Yep,
it's fine.
that could happen.
It has. in
Theoretically.
fact. Theoretically, to everybody at some point. So, okay, so Yum Yums, you can eat them. You can use it as an automatic success. Yeah, so each Yum Yum spent is worth 3 points. So that's important. And you may re-roll any failed roll by spending 3 Yum Yums.
So 1 Yum Yum is an automatic success.
No. Each Yum Yum is worth 1 point.
3
You
points.
need, each Yum Yum is 1, but you need to use 3 Yum Yums to do an automatic success or a
okay.
re-roll.
Okay.
So it's
I
it's
thought
like a
you just
currency.
said 1 Yum Yum is worth 3 points.
I did. Oh no, 1 re-roll is worth 3 points, which is 3 Yum Yums. That's the cost of it.
Okay, so points and Yum Yums are
Are the same.
interchangeable.
Yeah, I'm
Are the
using the words
same.
badly.
Unnecessarily interchangeable.
Yes.
Okay.
100%. I'm so glad that I haven't joined you in drinking this morning, or this would be so much worse.
Okay, so 3 for a reroll.
3 for a re-roll or automatic success.
Okay.
So, because there may be things where you don't necessarily want to do like a perfect job on, so that gives it.
Yeah, like, sewing up someone's scar who I don't like very much.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't have to look perfect.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't have to succeed.
They'll stop
saying.
bleeding eventually.
Yes.
I mean, really, like, even if if you don't sew it up, you can just, pack some hay on it.
Yep. Rub some dirt on
Stop whining.
You can also spend a Yum Yum to avoid your weakness. So if I ask you for a weakness roll and you don't want
one
to.
for one?
Yep, 1 for 1 on that one.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And you may also spend a Yum Yum to reduce the damage. And it will reduce your damage by 3 points. But points in this case is actually 3 hit points.
3
Or
HP.
you can spend it to increase your damage
Okay.
by 3
Running out
hit
of
points on
space
against
right
the
now.
bad guys. That's okay. I can answer these questions again later.
Increase my damage.
Yep. Actually, I need to find something to use for Yum Yums. Here, I'll use my other dice.
Jason looks straight at the booze.
Yeah.
What?
I'll use my dice that are not D20s. So the D20s are for rolling, and all the other dice are Yum Yums.
Which we should not eat.
Definitely,
Please don't eat my
definitely
dice.
don't eat her dice.
Please don't eat my dice. I have all the D10s ever. Because I was originally planning on running Wild Talents. All right. So I'll give you guys 3 Yum Yums to start.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Because I'm nice like that.
Hot diggity.
Fantastic. All right. Coolness.
I feel like I've got a little Halloween theme going with 2 of my Yum Yums. I
Oh,
like it
yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah, they're very
Orange and black.
Halloween and gothy.
I like it.
I was totally by
Do
accident.
you want a purple one to go with the orange?
No.
No.
Well, sorry.
Fabulous. All right. So, you guys, I'm sorry. Will you repeat your names for me for my notes? Your Doc
Doc for now, yeah.
and
Maureen.
Maureen. Cool.
Can I be Dr. Lance Boyle?
Yes, you can.
You could be. I just was like, are you Doc Chesterfield?
Oh, that's pretty good. Wait, what's that from? Is that a reference to something? No? Okay.
All right.
Or if it is, I don't know. It's just out there in the collective consciousness now.
No, Lance Boyle it is.
Nice.
All right. So,
Dr. Boyle.
generally, Panagonia is a matriarchal, like, royal society, but I'm liking the fact that we have, like, an industrial town. So I'm going to say that we have a mayor of our town, and her name is Aurora, and she is hardcore political pony. So public speaking would be her gimmick. Like, so she runs the town kind of with an iron fist, but isn't evil, just like trying to make things better, and it isn't afraid of doing things.
Lawful neutral.
Yes, exactly. If things come out the way she wants them to, she
Yeah.
doesn't have problems like facing this.
Not straight up mobster, but not opposed to using their skills
Exactly.
if that's what was necessary. Okay.
Ends justify the means.
Sure.
Exactly. But, you know, for the most part, people in Saddleton are like, okay, well, she does actually get stuff done. Things
Yeah.
have been getting a little bit better for most of us since she took office.
The roads are paved.
Yeah, the roads are
Yep,
paved.
we've got running hot and cold water.
The trash gets taken out on Tuesdays.
Right, and the bears have mostly stayed in the evergreen forest, which is, you know, the biggest thing that ponies are really generally concerned with. Oh, this can actually get, like, deep fast.
Yeah.
All right, I suddenly was like, damn, all right. So, it's a Tuesday, and can I assume, Maureen, that you are at the at Carousel Records?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to be anyway. Whatever. I'm outside having a smoke.
Okay, perfect. How many other people in Saddleton actually listen to, like, records and stuff like that?
More than you would think, but their taste sucks.
I can see that.
And I'm exposed to a lot more pop music than I would like to be.
Have to deal with, like, hipster ponies all day?
Dude, seriously, if I hear one more story about how they bought this record player before it became popular,
Yeah.
someone's gonna get kicked.
Not unless
That's
you
all I gotta say.
bought it in 1940. Like,
And Doc, are you at the Shoehorn Bar and Vegetable Grill?
it depends on what time of day it is.
What time of day would you like it to be?
I'm functional. Is it Saturday though?
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I would say then that it's probably around 4.
4 in the afternoon. Oh yeah, that clinic's closed, and I'm at my other job
Oh, okay.
of holding down the corner booth
Nice.
at
The Shoehorn.
Shoehorn. No,
Mostly because I'm assuming that my Philly Colt still goes to school during regular school hours.
Okay, that's cool.
oh, are Philly Colts school age? Is that?
I would say you guys. I mean, that might be like college age. I'm going to bump you up a little bit.
Okay.
So you could
Okay.
you could be taking classes. Like
So I don't have such an impressionable mind when exposed to the roaring drunk.
Exactly. So plus also I want to have a little bit more freedom during the day, and and stuff like that. So having you, like, you can be taking college classes. Some of them maybe ironically, but so.
Yeah, you're taking musicology,
Yeah. Absolutely.
history of pony music.
Absolutely. So good. Cool.
But
All right.
you would be surprised at how deep classical ponyism is.
I bet she studies bear music just to
Man.
just to
The
be
pain.
extra.
The
The
pain.
pain. You don't even understand what these bears feel.
No, that's what the hipsters say.
It's true.
But like, you know, I just feel like bear music speaks to a deeper truth within all of us.
Right.
And like the sound of the nails scratching the trees. Like
Yeah, that's real
like
good.
the sharpening of the claws and the impending doom upon all of us.
Oh, that's so good.
Good. It's fun fact to have. Fucking fantastic. There, I can say it. There you go. Amazing. Awesome. Okay, so it's a normal Tuesday. People are starting to, in Land of Magical Ponies with Laser Eyes, and you suddenly hear outside of the record store like a large bunch of like plopping hooves, which is sort of weird. Like outside the record store on like 4 p.m. on a Tuesday, like a large number of ponies going somewhere together seems a little odd. And when you look out the window, like the front kind of big window that's got like the glowy lights and stuff like that, you see like 20 people all headed this. 20 ponies headed. When I say
Ponies are
people,
people.
yeah, they are
Yeah.
people. I'm just going to clarify.
There are no humans in this world.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, there can be. There's only one human.
Oh.
I mean, and there can be more if you want. There's the evil chasm queen.
Oh, she's a human.
Does she have to be a human?
She doesn't have to be. I mean, we can also not.
We could make her a dragon.
Yeah. Or,
I feel like dragons would be friends with the
humans are
ponies.
kind of the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but I just like, I like worlds that like, if you're gonna go there, just go there.
Yeah, maybe she's a cat.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Nothing against cats, but I don't know. It's just something completely different.
I'm like, what else hunts ponies? So like in the wild, like
Everything.
wolves.
Yeah. Oh, dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, dogs
They're
and
not
wolves.
into dogs at all.
Lions.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
But you're seeing like 20 ponies all headed the same direction, and they're being pretty loud, and they're marching by your store. And since it's convenient, it will also be something that you kind of are hearing outside.
Yeah. The shore's probably across the street.
Yeah.
A little ways.
Yeah, it's you're down the street a little ways, but you're also hearing, and it's a separate group. Like there's a loud commotion outside, and you can hear there's like a lot of ponies all headed like by the bar, which is super weird because your bar is kind of in the scummy part of town. There's not generally crowds of ponies that hang out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think in the bar, Doc probably wouldn't care, except all the waiters and waitresses are like, what the hell's going on outside? And he's like, I can't get a drink
Right.
in this place. And so he's mad, and he's going to go outside and get whatever that is to stop so that he can get his table service.
Absolutely.
Also, might be exacerbating the headache that you have from yesterday.
Yes. It's like, slams the
so
door
much
open,
worse.
like, go outside, like, what is going on out here? And, like,
Yeah.
not that anyone's going to listen to him, but he's just
No.
this grumpy, not old man.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn, you people older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You old farts.
I love the like dichotomy of that. So everyone's headed. They're headed kind of in the direction of like City Hall, and you are. Finally, somebody stops and they're like, "Haven't you heard? They captured a bear.
What are they going to do with it?
Hopefully, kill it. I mean, the war's
Oh.
been going on for years. We got to get rid of them. But they captured it, and they're trying to decide what to do with it.
I'm going to glean this information from
Yeah,
Pony Twitter.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
So,
Pitter?
what would Pony Twitter be?
Pitter.
Oh,
Pitter.
yeah, totally.
Mayor?
Because I don't think
Mayor?
I don't think Poner's going to
Winnie.
work. Poner's not good.
No, Hunter's not a good.
That's a different website,
That's a
Totally different.
which is
app.
totally fine.
Yeah.
If that's
if you were of legal age.
Yes.
yeah, not. Oh boy.
Oh man, I'm glad that we started this episode with the warning. I almost didn't use the warning song. I'm like, it's laser ponies. And
Except you know us.
except I know
Yeah,
us.
sorry.
I'm
Well, and I saw
not.
the Baileys, and I was like, maybe I should just be sick. Yes. So you would get the same information from social media, and also like people are like talking about it, like it's a big deal. Bears are pretty ferocious, at least from like what you've heard from the brave ponies that fight on the border.
Were we fighting the Bear Navy?
Yeah,
There's a bear navy?
Totally were.
Yeah.
It's not on the map because Rainbow Falls goes into the ocean.
Yeah, that's
and-
where we were.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the border continues.
Yeah, it was
this
an
border
incursion.
dispute continues.
Yeah, there was an
Yes.
incursion of the bears from this part of the forest, and it's easier for them to sail in and mess with us.
Right.
I mean, you assume that the bears are the aggressors here.
Yeah.
And definitely not that our city wants to expand further to utilize the resources of the evergreen forest.
Right. That the Glitter Valley is getting pretty busy, a little bit cramped.
And you know what would be really nice is some suburban stables out, like with a forest view.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Glitter Valley sounds like a place, like a particular kind of place you would visit in Las Vegas.
Or New
Probably.
Orleans.
Yes. There's a lot of things that,
That may have chaps involved.
yeah, and it's on Poner.
The number one hit.
Absolutely. Number one search result. All right. So you have, you may actually, I don't know if any ships you were on face the bear specifically. What would
Well, I
you like
think-
that to be?
I guess probably my ship that got blown up.
Okay.
Was when I got to, muster out
Yeah.
was, we were fighting the bears, the Bear Navy.
The Bear Navy. Nice.
Yeah.
All bears.
all the nations lived in peace until the bears attacked.
Yes.
The Bear Nation.
The Bear Nation attacked.
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, more cartoon ties.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
So good.
Awesome. And the Bears have always, like, at least from what you've heard and experience, had like an advantage because they are like predator animals. They have claws and teeth and things like that.
Their things are sharp.
Absolutely.
They're bigger and stronger, and yeah.
But the ponies
Faster.
have
We can rebuild them.
right. But the ponies have developed their laser technology, and they
Okay.
all are and it's eventually been put into their DNA. So all ponies eventually, when they come of age, are able to shoot lasers too. And this has kind of been their defense for
That's
generations.
also like super dark. Like
Yeah.
genetically modifying your children
We're all going to change our genes.
to defend ourselves against
in
the enemy.
order to
Yeah.
shoot lasers
Yeah.
at the bears.
Absolutely. Well, you said you wanted it to be a little dark, guys,
Yeah,
so we're
I
going
like
down
it.
that hole.
I
Oh,
like
it's
it.
good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's real good.
It's fucked up and good. But capturing a live bear is something that's never happened that either of you know of or remember.
Okay.
Generally, like the stories of the war kind of stay on the border, and like the stories come back, but the actual things that happen don't ever really come and reach Saddleton or any of the Glitter Valley. You get news reports back. You get firsthand accounts of people who come back, but like actually taking prisoners on either side is something that you probably have never really heard of happening. It's a pretty cutthroat war, and there's not a lot of, hey, we're going to take, because there's not really any benefit to either side to have prisoners.
Right.
So, all right,
Yeah.
I should probably write some of that down.
What, you mean you just
Amazing
made that up now?
backstory.
We did, all of us together.
Forgotten in 30 seconds.
Totally possible this morning. All right.
Still
so
trying to
there's
draw
a
an
Bear
anchor
Navy.
over here.
Yeah. So what does the Bear Navy look like? What have they developed? Like you said that your ship got got blown up, have they developed like explosives and things like that, or
Yeah.
do they have some sort of magical ability similar to yours?
No, I think they've just developed, like, because they're so big and strong, they've developed heavier machinery, you know, and so they're oh yeah, kind of like the bear from Golden Compass. You know,
Okay.
like they have like big heavy metal,
Like a big armor suit.
Yeah, they have armor and they build catapults and cannons and stuff like that because
In which case, you could get them drunk and steal it.
yeah, we'll steal their cannons.
Nice.
How are you not the best at
yeah.
this?
Yes.
They're big and strong, so they can they've got big smithies that smaller people wouldn't be able to operate. You know, so they
Nice. Okay, cool. I like that. Now, bears are significantly larger. So you can do things like steal their armor, but it would probably take multiple ponies to carry a large set of armor on
we're
a
gonna
bear.
steal their cannons.
Well, cannons.
Yeah, yeah.
Cannons you could probably pull, and that you guys are great at pulling shit, man.
Yeah.
That's like your thing.
And, you know,
Yeah,
drive them out of the bay.
Yep.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got it. We're there with you.
Because ponies get the job done.
Yeah. Hashtag Camel Squad.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, this large contingent of ponies from all over the city is all headed to kind of the main complex in the city where there's City Hall, and there's like the jail near there. Not that you guys need jails very often, but because when people do something wrong, they generally ship them out to the war.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they don't want because they don't want them in the
Forced conscription!
yeah, super great. So, you know, because obviously it's a drain on the already, impacted Glitter Valley to try and have to provide
This
for
is gotten very Heinlein-esque.
Yeah.
it's the worst.
I'm like, wow, we got some, 1984,
Yeah.
thrown right in
Right in there. They don't want to drain society, so they're not just going to feed someone. They need to be
Yeah,
providing
you're
a
gonna go
service to
work.
the herd because
Yeah.
it's an important thing
Wow.
For the herd.
for the herd.
Yep.
For the herd!
That's what happens when herd animals make societies.
Yep. I feel like that's the sort of thing you could walk into a bar and it's like, for the herd, and the whole bar is like, for the herd! Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The stars at night. Yeah.
Anyway, so they all head to the town square, and do you go with them? Or you
Oh, yeah,
follow?
I'm going along. I'm trying to get ahead of the crowd to be like, if we have a prisoner, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. How do you feel about bears?
I think it was a fairly existential, he became a doctor because that was like a thing that he wanted to do, and then never really fought bears, was never face to face with a bear.
Right.
Just dealt with all the income, people coming in with injuries
Right.
and then got blown up. And I think it was a case of these bears are this existential threat, but not an immediate one that he's ever really thought about personally.
Okay.
But also, it's probably occurred to him why are they even attacking us? We don't eat their food. We don't eat
You
fish.
live in the woods.
Yeah.
You don't even want skyscrapers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
That's
interesting.
I think it's somewhat removed from his point of view.
Right.
And I think he sees when an injured soldier comes in, he's blaming that soldier for really how did you not keep your head down? Why is your ear blown off?
Yeah. Right.
That's your fault.
Yeah. Nice.
That's his bedside manner.
You're the doctor they all want.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Never mind, doc. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm going to walk it off.
Three
walk
legs.
it off.
No.
Yeah.
You've only got 3 legs. You can't walk it off. You're a pony.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. And Maureen, how do you feel about bears in the war?
I mean, then kind of you hear the stories that your parents tell you all the time, the bear's gonna come get you at night, da 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 da. And that's really all, I've been exposed to growing up.
Yeah.
Obviously I know, some bear music from, the underground. I mean, you have to go, Darknet to get real, authentic bear music.
Absolutely.
But I've never met a bear.
Right.
I haven't seen a bear in my
Right.
life. Like, I'm interested. I mean, I think it would be, like, it wouldn't be uncool. Like, it wouldn't suck to go see a bear.
Have you found that darknet pony bear romance series?
You mean the one I wrote?
Oh, yes.
Hoof and Claw.
Oh, nice.
Just saying, interspecies across, like, the war zone. The ultimate forbidden romance.
Absolutely. Here, I'm hearing some weird static stuff real quick, so give me 1 second.
You want me to wiggle my cable?
No, I'm actually. Will you grab the mic that's clipped next to you? I'm gonna have you switch to that mic because for whatever reason the one you're on is acting weird. So yeah.
It's not for me dropping it.
No.
Okay. As long as it's not actually my fault.
There we go. Now talk.
Hello.
All right. I think that's good. There. Talk again.
It's just a
There
jump
you
to
go.
the left.
Perfect. All right. It is. Is that to the right? That's the left.
Put your hands on your hips.
All right. Excellent.
Put
all
your
right.
hooves on your
Yes.
haunches.
Well, that's a rough move for a horse.
Yeah.
Super rough.
And then you have to pull your knees in tight. It's like,
Yeah, well, that's a little easier.
Especially when your knees are backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you go into this courtyard, and sure enough, there is a cage in the middle of the courtyard with a very large bear in it. It looks like it might be wearing kind of the remnants of some armor, but it's not wearing its full bear armor that you had seen in your training.
Yeah.
And the videos you'd seen, and that the stuff you've seen on like the I call it YouTubes, but it's spelled with a horseshoe U.
Yeah.
So that's how in my head that's
I
what
like
the logo
it.
looks like.
yep,
I like
yep.
it.
And Aurora, Pony Aurora is like talking really like quickly and like frantically with some like military looking ponies. Obviously you know that they're high ranking ponies.
Yeah.
And she looks super pissed. Like really pissed, and they all are kind of just standing there like trying to look like super tough ponies, but also like getting chewed out by mom, like big getting chewed out by mom. And there's barriers, there's like barricades, like
Because that's what holds bears back.
no for keeping the people from the cage.
Barrack.
Yeah,
That is.
barrier.
Oh.
So what happens at the corner when you do bad puns that you were put in a corner?
I don't remember a
Okay.
corner.
Okay.
There was definitely a corner.
All right. Anyway, so there's barricades. That is funny when you say it again. Like 20 feet out from the cage to keep all the other ponies from getting near the cage, and everyone's just like super like round up. There's a huge crowd, kind of like what you'd see at like a protest. There's people who like are against the bears. There's some people who are like for the bears and peace, and a ton of people just there with their like their little hay phones, like holding it up, like trying to think of things, like trying to get just videos and shots and live streaming and all these things of this bear, because most people have never seen a bear in real life. They've only seen like the scary pictures, the horror stories, like their parents are like, if you don't go to bed, the bear's are gonna come and get you, like the boogeyman sort of thing.
And what is this bear in the cage doing? Is it just sitting there?
Yeah,
or?
he's just sitting there, kind of looking
How
around.
injured is he?
It's hard to tell. His armor's like messed up. Like it's literally like just like the remnants. You want to roll your job
Yeah.
since you are a doctor.
I rolled a 10 and my job is 14.
Cool, perfect. You can see he's got.
Oh, do we have dice cam on?
We do have dice cam,
Okay.
so you can roll on the dice cam. So you can see that he is injured, but it seems to be mostly superficial injuries. There's some burns. You can tell that you've treated people with laser pony burns before.
Yeah.
So the laser burns are on him. You can see his fur's been singed. There's some blistering and things happening. There's one big kind of cut down his side, but you can tell that it's mostly just the top layers. It's not going into like the chest cavity or anything like that.
Okay.
So he will definitely survive. He'll be scarred up, but as far as what you've seen in the war, this is not serious injuries.
Okay.
So it looks like his armor is probably destroyed, like keeping him safe, which is what it was meant to do.
Yeah.
So, and then as you're kind of watching, if you were looking at Aurora, you would notice that she kind of is like putting on her political game face and like walks up to the podium, and it's just like, ponies, please stay calm. Please stay calm. This is an unprecedented event in our great town of Saddleton, and in fact in the entire Glitter Valley. I would actually please stay away from the barricades for your own safety. The bear is very dangerous.
Just picture the bear like rolling his eyes.
Probably. Why don't you guys want to roll? Why don't you roll nerve, Maureen? Do you have nerve?
Okay. Got, decent nerve.
Cool.
Nice.
And I definitely succeeded.
Yes. So, from your time listening to underground bear music, you have a bit of sympathy for this bear. And you...
Underground bear music.
I have a deeper understanding of bear psyche than people would realize.
Absolutely. Probably than most ponies. Yeah. So, you can see that this bear is scared. Like, he's, like, exhausted, he's injured, but he's also, like, completely surrounded by, like, ponies who want to kill him. And he looks very, very afraid. So,
It's just like, it's wrong, man. Like, to put beings in cages.
Yeah.
Aurora continues. This bear was captured on the front lines of the battle with the Evergreen Forest. I've just been speaking with the military personnel. Like, she's really trying hard not to let her annoyance show, but you can kind of, like, there's that little tint in her voice. And you're like, eh. Especially as, like, a rebelling teen. You're like, I know that tone. I know that sound.
It's like, oh, please.
Yeah.
Who is buying this load of shit
Right.
that you were pooping right in front of us?
Out of your mouth.
Like, at least lift your tail,
Yes.
lady.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I love that. At least lift your tail. Oh my god. Hashtag. And she goes on to give a speech about the choice of bringing the bear back versus, I guess I can just do it. The military decided to bring this bear back to our fair land to get some information from him about our enemy, and also so that we can learn more about their recent developments in technology. I would ask if you'd please stop filming and putting it on the net. That would be very helpful. We will be moving him to a more secluded area very soon, as soon as we can safely transport him. Thank you.
I don't know. Is it a big enough crowd, or like would Doc be able to get her attention, or?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a herd mentality, so
Sure.
everyone's kind of like listening to like the leader of the herd.
Sure.
So people aren't like making tons of noise. They're all really
Yeah.
mostly focused on the bear. You probably probably not a lot of people who are really paying much attention to what she's saying. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
She's more trying to like talk over them, calm down, go back to your homes, like that sort of thing.
Nothing
Okay.
to see here.
Yeah.
We're just going to take and torture this bear.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna try to like, try to get Aurora's attention.
Yeah.
Aurora, Captain Lance Boyle, Navy doctor. I would like to inspect your prisoner. He's been injured, and I still have my security clearance.
That would be most helpful, Doctor. Thank you. Let him through. Let him through the barricade, please. Yes.
I can't.
I tried to say either one, barricade or barrier. They both have the word
Yes.
bear.
Yes.
Blocking
That's
wall.
Yes. The thing that is keeping him away from the bear. Yes.
Also known as a cage. You have him in a cage.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, so what are you going to do? Fix him up so they can torture him better?
No, I'm a doctor.
Obviously an oblivious one, since she just said they were going to take him to a secluded location to torture information out of him.
Well, if this is a big noisy place, I probably can say something quietly.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. No, actually, my plan is to get some information from the bear in case he has any message to pass on to family or otherwise.
Oh, so you're in great with the bears, Doctor.
What other opportunity does he have?
That was a beautiful little name flip there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you know of a way to get a message, I'd be more than happy to
I mean,
collaborate.
I might know something.
Looking left and right. Something. Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna as they're like opening the barricade, I'm gonna say, and can you let my assistant through too, as well?
Yeah, she seems to not be paying attention
Yeah,
anymore,
okay.
and the pony police are sure, yeah. They kind of give her like a little bit of a weird look because she's sort of punk rock, but they're just like, whatever.
She's a nurse. I mean, fellow doctor.
Yeah.
I just ignore them all entirely.
Yeah.
Like,
So they wave you
not
in.
even
A nurse
worth my
and a
time.
doctor is a very prestigious title, a nurse doctor. He's like not good at lying, but he also is like only half cares about. He's just sort of mumbling to himself, like, okay.
Yeah, and the pony police aren't really paying too much attention.
Yeah.
Like once Aurora gave the order, they're letting
Sure.
you through, and they were more worried about like the crowd that's there.
Sure.
There are some pony police who are like now rolling because the cage is on some wheels. It's like a big cart cage thing,
Mm-hmm.
like in cartoons. And then so they're now rolling him over to the big barn that is used also as the jail.
Sure.
So they're kind of rolling him in there. And
Oh my God! Are the jail cells like stalls?
yeah.
I mean, what else are they going to be?
They can't climb out. It's just open.
Because they can't back up enough to leap it.
Oh my God! That's good.
And that way they don't have to worry. Like they just toss the hay over.
Yeah.
Like
In a drunk put, you could just sleep it off in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they roll it in, and they actually don't put the bear in a stall. They leave the bear in the cage.
Yeah.
And the police officers, if you walk in behind them, they seem really nervous. Like the Saddleton police are not trained to deal with bears.
Yeah.
They're used to dealing with pony problems and
Like
ponies are
you
herbivores. Yeah.
at bar close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
They know
nothing
me.
Of this. Yeah. They totally know you. They're not in this pay grade. So they all kind of like drop the harness and they all kind of back away and like are on the far ends of the barn, just watching the barn doors. And so the cage is like up on its wheels, just parked in the aisle in the middle of the barn. So.
All right.
Go ahead and do your examination. And they look at you like you're fucking crazy. And they like take their places watching the exits.
Okay, so they're not standing right next to the cage.
No,
We can have a
they
little bit of a-
don't seem to have any inclination or desire to be anywhere near this bear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Bear, what do I call you?
Why are you here? Why are you talking to me?
I'm gonna see to your wounds.
He looks at you like very suspicious.
I'm a doctor.
Have you ever treated a carnivore before?
No, but it can't be that different.
He looks at you really skeptically when you say that.
They're still mammals.
Yeah.
Do you say that? Do you really say He kind of looks over surprised at you. Then kind of like looks at you, looks also surprised.
I'm not a doctor.
I had figured that out. You remind me of my daughter.
You're smarter than you look then.
What?
Though you're still in the cage, so maybe not.
Hold still. I'm gonna cut the armor off of you.
Yeah, he kind of like braces himself. And you can reach through the bars. It's not a very big cage. So you can reach through and reach him very easily. And he kind of braces himself like he's not sure whether you're going to hurt him or not.
Yeah. I'm going to do my best very carefully. Like, my one of my legs can form into tools and
Sure.
and
Yeah.
remove the armor pieces as carefully as I
Sawzalls.
can. Yeah.
Also, you can use either your job or you can use the techie, whatever you'd like. I feel like it might be job if you're being more careful about his injuries.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Ooh, just under.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
whoops! I
your
keep
job
forgetting
is-
that we have the.
Your job is 14 and you rolled a 13. So you did succeed.
Yes.
But you are a little clumsy with it. But he,
Yeah.
like after a second, he realizes you actually are doing what you were
Yeah,
going to say.
I'm also a little drunk.
I was about to say, like, came straight
That's-
from bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably why. And,
Yeah.
and you've never actually handled bear armor before.
Right.
Like, it's very different than the pony armor that you've
Yeah.
worked
I feel like when it's loose, he's like, "All right, I'm just gonna pull this out of the cage," and it's like, "Huh? Could you push that through the bars, please?" Like, I can't.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
He kind of just, this is when you first see like how strong is he just like barely pushes it with one paw.
Yeah.
And it clunks out.
Okay. Yeah, so we get the armor off him and then want to start closing up the superficial wounds.
Okay.
And while that's happening, just sort of keep the conversation, like...
What did they do? Clunk you on the head while you were sleeping?
No, it was in a battle, and we were fighting, and suddenly there were many ponies around me, and they all attacked at once, and things went dark. And then I woke up in this cage, coming through the valley, which is very, very crowded.
What front were you fighting on?
I was right on the Evergreen Forest front. So I'm part of their land tactical division. We were just doing a basic patrol, and ponies attacked.
Were you close to the border?
Right on it, yeah. On our side, but right next to it, but probably within 50 feet. And generally, when things go dark like that, it's over. I've never heard of ponies taking prisoners. Is this a new thing you guys are doing?
It's news to me, if we are. And I only mustered out last year.
He, like, tenses up at that. Like, you were in the military.
I was.
That giant anchor on his side didn't really clue you in.
I don't know, the markings you all give each other are very strange. Have you killed other ponies? Is that why you have a skull?
No, it's about the fragility of life. You would know if you had listened to the claw scratchings of the black bears.
He looks really surprised when you say that. Well,
Duh.
ponies listen to bear music.
This is the first... The what now?
It really speaks to, like, something deep in my soul.
You don't even
Not
have
all
claws.
ponies.
Who are you ponies?
Well, I'm just a doctor. Being a naval doctor earned me these
Yeah.
candy arms.
Nice.
I don't know why they make that noise.
Because it's cool.
Yeah.
And because we're on a
Yeah.
podcast, and
Yeah.
if you just go like this, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The arm waving is less effective in audio.
In audio,
Yeah.
yes.
And then I wave my arms.
Is this some strange pony interrogation technique?
Well, no, that's probably still to come. I just want to make sure.
You say probably. They're seriously going to torture you until you tell them everything you want to know. They want to know. Like, did you see those guys out there? Like,
Yeah.
duh.
All right, hold still. This part's going to hurt. Start, it's cauterizing the cuts and things like that.
With your laser eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Here, roll. I want to see. Oh. Can you? Okay, so why don't we roll your laser eyes?
Oh, that's not good.
Well, wait. I have to look up at it.
So, like, laser eyes is +3 if you want to, like, do damage.
Yeah, I don't
but,
wanna
like,
do
what's the
damage to
basic
them.
skill for laser
Am
eyes?
I just doctoring?
you know what? Yeah, I guess I don't want you to roll again because I don't want to do damage. You don't want to do damage to him, and
Yeah.
you've already rolled doctoring successfully twice.
Yeah,
So
okay.
let's not worry about rolling.
Okay,
that.
cool.
That makes sense. When
All
you
right.
guys, when and if you guys actually attack something, we'll see what lasers do.
Okay.
But I'll say that you absolutely can totally just cauterize his wound with pony laser eyes.
Cool.
'Cause that's fucking badass. So cool. Very cool.
But he's not real. He's just never been clued into like, oh, am I hurting you? It's like,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm also doing my job and I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like, it hurts? Okay. Well, dying hurts more.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not dead. So,
When you first activate your laser eyes, he kind of like jumps a little bit, but after he kind of like figures out what you're doing, like he kind of like relaxes and settles in a little bit.
I said hold still.
So how did you hear of the black bears?
The internet? Duh.
He seems like, oh,
I use the internet and I've never heard of the black bears.
Because you're an idiot.
That's definitely not true.
And old.
I'm the same age as you.
you were very interesting ponies.
Drinking is bad for you.
Can't be that bad. I do a lot of it.
What do ponies drink?
Fermented clover.
There you go.
Only on special occasions. I feel like there's got to be like oat,
Like your everyday
like a
oats.
hard, like a oat hard liquor. I don't know what you can make out of fermented oats, but
Something barley
Well, I mean, that'd
based.
be beer. Like
Oh, yeah.
most beer is made from grain.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see horses drinking beer. Actually,
cider.
I know there's yeah, cider. Apples.
Oh, apple cider.
Yes.
Yeah. Hard cider.
That's 100%. Yeah. Interesting.
What do bears drink?
Mead.
Blood.
Yeah. The blood of our enemies.
Mead is made from honey.
yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, bother.
Oh man, that movie.
Got five for that. That's
What movie?
Unlike other Robin Hoods, I can speak with Robin Hood's accent. Oh, that was a line from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh.
ah,
It
All
was
right.
one of the last lines in that movie.
yes. Well, my name is Bernard.
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 Oh, yeah, Bernard is something else.
Yeah. That's totally another
I
thing.
don't want to have
That's
to
a
deal.
whole other one.
Hopefully, we don't have to deal with that.
No. It's on Poner.
No, it's
if you're
it's
lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
it's been banned on Poner.
Nard book.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were attacked by ponies on your own side of the border.
Yes. The ponies started the war and have been attacking
What the
bear
hell are
land.
you even talking about?
No, the bears started the war.
war.
No.
You invaded the valley.
Why would we want to be in the valley?
I don't know, to eat raw fish out of the river, whatever it is you people do.
Also, I heard stories about bears eating ponies.
That's true.
I mean, we have attacked and killed ponies, and then, yes, we are omnivores. We do eat meat. But ponies have also killed many bears.
And eaten 0 of them.
That is the mechanics of your teeth in your mouth.
Okay. We kill bears because bears
Also
are attacking
morals.
us.
We are made with teeth to eat the meat.
We're being attacked. We defend ourselves. The bears came into the valley wanting our land.
We don't need
And
your land.
lives.
There are many, many more ponies than there are bears. We are fine in the forest. We have more than enough space.
Well, why would the leadership make up stories about bears attacking if we started it?
Oh, your leadership. Would the ponies fight the bears if there were not stories of such things?
I mean,
We're not a warlike species.
yeah.
That is true.
And we
Other
altered.
than the laser eyes that you've implanted in
Well,
yourselves.
we went to that trouble to defend ourselves from the
From the
attacking
bears.
bears.
The only reason we have laser eyes is the war with the bears. And to defend ourselves from the monsters on the other side. We are beset on all sides by enemies. And people wonder why I feel like all life is pain.
I've never been to the battles on the other side of the valley that you have with the people of the other forest.
Yeah,
Not
the Chasm
people.
Queens.
They're definitely not people.
Yeah.
Those are straight up monsters. They dismember ponies for fun.
Well, that is why the bears and the ponies used to live in harmony, because we were grateful that you kept the monsters of the Great Chasm at bay until the ponies attacked many generations ago. It was
So
unexpected.
you're saying all the nations lived in peace until the Pony Nation attacked?
Exactly. Do you not know the stories?
That's the first time we've heard it told this way.
This is how all bear children are raised and taught.
This doesn't add up.
Not even a little. Oh, look, adults lying. Surprise, surprise. How do I know you're not lying?
Yes,
You
do
say
not.
you were on. You say you were on your side of the border, ambushed by some pony force.
I have no way of proving that.
Although the stories of us attacking first could be bear leadership lying to bear people.
True.
Well, I was definitely there at the border. I know what I saw, and I know what.
But how
Caught me
this
off guard.
how this all started? We've been at war for years, not just today.
Generations.
Yes, long enough to literally change our DNA to shoot lasers.
I mean, worth it, but
Totes worth. Totes worth.
It is an impressive skill.
yeah, I mean, check this out. And he like writes a D in the wall, like. Zzz.
Nice. As you're talking to him, you notice that Aurora is walking this way, followed by like 4 like military ponies.
We better get out of here. Do you have bear family that you need to contact? Anyone who actually knows how to use the internet? Old people.
It is surprising to me that there are any bears on the internet. It's not something we seem. Although my daughter isn't involved in it. If you could get a message to my daughter and tell her what has befallen me, that would be.
I have one name.
Bernard's daughter. We'll find her.
Need another super gothy name because his daughter's so gothy.
Sparkle Claw.
Oh my god, perfect.
Aurora.
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis.
All right, it's gonna have to be that.
It's totes that now.
And it's ironic because she knows the mayor of this town is a pony called Aurora.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
what I mean. It's
There we
like
go.
you
Now I'm awake.
So now he's Bernard Borealis.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
alliteration.
Yes. Love it. Yes, her name is Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
She is a fan of the black bears too. And I think my time is up. And he kind of just like, thank you both for being kind in my final moments.
Well, hopefully we'll meet again.
That would not be unwelcome.
So the mayor's coming up?
Yeah, she's walking. Doc, you're still here. Is the prisoner well?
It depends. What is he needed for? He's very injured.
Oh, questioning. If he is stable and able to answer questions, it should be fine. He seems fine. Thank you for your service.
Questioning will be fine, but I don't think he'll be able to withstand. It wouldn't survive a more rigorous technique.
Ah. Well, we're not going to ask him to run the Kentucky Derby. It'll be fine.
It's not.
Who's this?
Assistant.
Ah, excellent. Good to see you moving up in the world, Doc. It's nice that you have employees now.
Boy.
Thank you for looking after him. We can handle things from here.
All right.
I'm just going to smack you with my tail. Surreptitiously. In the back of the leg.
What am I supposed to do with that?
It's like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, all right. Let's, okay. Shame on you, Bear. Look. And turn to go.
And like, my eyes could roll any further back.
And they are horse
think,
eyes.
And they would think that the horse had rabies.
If they're all questioning the bear as we're walking out, maybe we could find some resources, look around Aurora's office, find some information about these conflicting reports.
You think they just keep like massive conspiracy theories like, oh, hi, Bob.
Probably.
Let's disseminate more misinformation today.
Yes.
I'll just write this out and keep it on file in my desk.
It made more sense in my head.
How many siders have you had anyway?
The right number.
Well, first things first, let's get the message out. It's going to take some time to, like, see if I can contact
All right.
Borealis. Borealis.
It's the best, right? There's so many bear puns. It's amazing.
Yep.
Barely scraping by here, folks.
We're getting it.
So
I'm just not comfortable with this notion that we've been lied to our whole lives.
the truth hurts.
I have to know the truth.
Like,
And one thing is true and one isn't. Either we attacked first or we didn't. And if we did attack first, that changes.
everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole reason I chose to go to war.
Well, first things first. Let's contact his daughter. Maybe she'll have more information on what their side was. And then maybe have some contacts that could go more deep into history. Do you have
Okay.
librarian friends?
I mean,
Research could be actually helpful. When did the bear aggression stories start here? Who actually started this whole thing?
yeah.
Because it wasn't Aurora. She's only been mayor for like half my life.
Yeah. We can find out. But I'm sure whatever's been written down has been doctored.
Could be, but like the stories had to start sometime.
Well, like you said, we should probably send that message first, and it just occurred to me. Do Lance and Maureen know each other previous to this, or did they just meet?
Well, I mean, you're like the only doctor.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
So like people know who you are.
Yeah. All right.
And do you care who I am?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was just more like an academic curiosity.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're kind of infamous.
Yeah, probably. Huh. Okay. All right, so I think you're right. We should get that message to the other Aurora before we do anything else so that she knows the fate of her father. I wish we could have done more for him.
All that would have happened is we would have been traitors, and we would all be tortured and killed.
Maybe we could.
I don't feel like being the like next pony trampled to death.
No, me neither.
That
Maybe
is
there's
canon how execution happens now. And
trampling,
trampling.
public trampling.
Not to be confused with public trampolining.
No, I know.
Which is how we celebrate after a trampling.
And the blood, like, kind of
Oh,
spatters everywhere.
Bloodthirsty ponies.
I mean, nobody's drinking it, but nobody's not,
Right.
like nobody's closing their mouths a lot either.
Yeah. God. All right. Well, what do you need? Do you need a special computer, supercomputer, or
I'm hooked up to the dark web.
a hard line? I think is a
On
thing.
I use the word computer. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
I mean, like, what would happen if my parents... Yeah, no, that would be bad. And the dude who owns the record store sometimes remembers how to turn it on. Sometimes.
well,
So, I'm going to go back to work, which I guess is probably where I should have been anyway. It's still on my shift. Not like anyone was coming in. And I'll send the message.
I'll go with you and look over your shoulder while you do it.
No, that's so creepy. Not old man pony who looks like an old man because the evils of drinking.
As he's like lighting a cigar. I don't know
You.
how a pony lights a cigar, but there's a way to do it.
You have laser eyes.
uh-huh.
yeah,
There you go.
but how do I get the cigar into my mouth?
I mean,
I don't know what
how do
that
ponies
pantomime
pick
was.
anything
Uh,
up?
Oh, I was doing the laser eyes, like lighting on a
Oh,
floor.
yeah.
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 Like, and then you just like reach back into your saddle, I guess, and like
Yeah.
take one out and
Sure.
Sure.
You have pony cars. Who cares?
Reach-
yeah, exactly.
Reach back and
It's
whip one out.
magic.
Okay. Yep.
Prehensile hoops.
Sure.
Nice.
Well, I do have special hooves, but how do other ponies do it?
That's
Magic.
a great question.
These are important. You maybe have like sleeve pockets, and you can get stuff out of your.
Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah, that's what
And
it
then
is.
you have like an entire fashion line that could happen
Uh-huh.
here.
You got your phone holder and your
Yeah.
all kinds of pockets.
Because I was wondering how I was going to put a leather jacket on
Yep,
Marine,
that's how.
but that's how. That's perfect.
Cuffs.
Yeah. Well, and like My Little Ponies are able to have fantastic outfits and stuff. So I feel like it's not a barrier to amazing things.
But in any case, why don't you go take a bath, roll around in some hay to clear your head a little, and I'll come by the clinic? Where do you live anyway?
In the apartment above the clinic.
I'll come by the clinic when I hear back from the daughter,
All right.
I guess.
Very good.
Yeah.
Use security protocols on the web net.
Yeah. Sure thing.
That was
And
nice
I
of you to
light a
explain that.
clove and walk away.
Perfect. Amazing. Where are you? So you guys were like walking down the street.
Yeah.
Okay. While that conversation was happening, you did hear a bear roar in pain.
Do not like.
All right. So.
Like, start trotting a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go ahead and get on the computer when you get to where.
I should probably put, like, computering as one of my skills.
Yep.
One of your skills might be a good thing.
Computer.
Like
Computering.
hacking,
Yeah, hacking could totally be one of your skills.
dark netting.
Dark netting.
I'll do a
I'm happy with that.
3
Also
and a
wear dark
1
netting.
here.
Yes.
Yes, I do. So dark netting as a whole. Okay, there we go. So now I have writing, stopping, and hacking.
Perfect. All right. So why don't you do a roll for your I think it's the skill is +3 to whatever your main stat would be. So you're going to be using brain, and then you get to add 3 to that.
Okay, so I need to roll a
that.
16 or below.
Yeah. It should be doable, hopefully. I shouldn't say anything like that. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have said anything. 17!
Oh, well, I feel like this is a good time to use the yum yum. Very basic story premise.
Yes, absolutely.
Let us move forward with a
So the rum So the yum yums are basically bennies for people who have just kind of started listening. So basically, a character may re-roll any failed die roll if you want, and you can also. You can re-roll for 3 yum yums. It says automated success, but a character may spend yum yums to succeed in a roll automatically without actually needing to roll the dice. If the value of the roll is important, each yum yum spent is worth 3 points up to the character's modifier number.
Oh, maybe you can reduce that. You could spend 1 and take 3 off of it.
Okay,
would that be possible? Because it feels weird that it's like,
yeah, that makes sense. So each yum yum you spend would take 1 off of the die,
which is all I need.
Perfect.
I want to spend
or 3 off the die.
I'm gonna keep
you want the colors to stay the same.
Yes.
Perfect.
Also, they have the same
They
pattern.
do. They're like the little speckled
modeled
look. Nice. Cool. All right. So you have a success. It takes a while.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like we're all notifications on our phones.
Also, are you posing as a bear on these black bear fan sites and stuff like that?
Well, nobody asks who you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
on these, this is deep.
Bear.
This is deep, underground scene. So they don't ask, you don't tell.
That makes sense.
So, you just go out and you're kind of I'm feeling it out. I know that she is a fan of the Black Bears, so I kind of I'm on their forums, seeing how it is. And then there's a girl whose handle is Lightbringer.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. And her avatar is the Aurora Borealis, but in the shape of a bear head.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's good.
So, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out
right.
That this must be her.
Yeah. So you find her, it takes her a while. So how are you communicating? Are you starting to just respond to her posts? Are you private messaging her?
Definitely messaging.
Okay.
Where it's it turns out that we had been on a few of the same message threads before.
Okay.
So at least I can use my established handle because, I've been on the forums, she's been on the forums, so we're not completely unknown to each other.
Yeah.
So it's a message and be so, I happen to have been in a position to get a message from your father. It's really weird. Don't ask me how, but he asked me to send you a message.
You could just get back the text, for real?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
No, it's not.
What did he say?
That he loved you. And stuff.
There's just a pause.
And that,
Shit. There's so many bear puns. Pause,
he could barely stand it. He could barely stand being away from you.
Oh my god.
And the pain of leaving and losing you was unbearable to him.
Oh my god, that's amazing. There's a moment where you get no response. Except I did. And then I don't know what to say. Thanks.
He told us, like, he told me about a lot of other stuff about the war.
He's been a soldier for a long time. He knows a lot. Is he a traitor? Is he giving up information?
Not unless they make him.
There's no response to that.
But, like, that's not what I mean. I mean about the start of the war. Like, there's a lot of, like, someone's lying.
Well, yeah, the whole war is a giant conspiracy. Like, the government just wants, like, resources. It benefits them and keeps them in power. If all of us bears, keep being distracted by the attacking ponies.
And exactly.
Yeah.
That if the ponies are all concerned about, defending themselves against the invading bears, they don't notice that, like, slowly but surely they're, like, that the valley is getting taken over by the mafia and the government.
There's like the response, like the ellipses ... like kind of as your response, invading bears ?
Exactly.
Who are you? Everyone knows the ponies attacked.
Everyone.
Okay, I'll give you that. Right, so you've made, like, contact with her.
Yeah.
And it seems like you have, like, enough threads in common that she's not just, like, cutting you off of the conversation.
And then her mom yells at her to take the garbage out.
Probably.
She has to sign off.
Next. What are you doing while she's doing this?
I actually wanted to contact my network of war buddies, military vets, and possibly active duty people who might know.
I'm sorry.
The
everyone again.
Oh boy.
I muted you. You're good.
Oh yeah. Wanted to figure out, kind of from the context of, I think there's some illegal questioning going on, and also some other suspicious stuff has come up, and I'm trying to get to, friends who I know and can trust to like maybe find an inroad into military intelligence and be like, hey, what is this? There's some shit going down, and I, as a patriot, want to make sure that things are happening the right way in the Pony Nation.
Cool. Yeah, there's
Pony Nation.
the Pony Nation. Yeah, there's no. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You've stayed in touch with people. You haven't been out that long, and yet you can absolutely contact them.
Okay.
Who is it specifically that you'd like to contact?
Oh boy.
More
Yes,
names. Oh God.
Lieutenant Colton.
Okay.
And Coul.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not a monster.
Aren't you though?
You kind of are. Like, you kind of
Yeah.
are.
Can we talk about the name Savage Opress? Star Wars. I mean, come on.
Yeah. We know.
Come on.
Yeah.
Try a little. Try a little.
Okay.
Well, can we just talk about unobtainium for a second?
Yep. Or not. Ever
Yeah.
again.
Ever again.
Ever.
Yeah. I was watching the movie and laughed out loud when they said that. I was like, somebody forgot. This was a placeholder in the script.
That
And
is what I
somebody-
thought when I saw it. I was like, nobody caught that they left this in?
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. Anyway.
So...
My friend, Lieutenant Colton, is that, can he actually be military intelligence, or is this like
Sure.
friend of a friend of a friend? Because he's actually lower rank than me.
Yeah.
But military intelligence has special privileges.
Yeah. So he, you reach out to him specifically because he was in the Navy as well until he had some specific talents that were noticed by Pony leadership.
Yeah.
And then was given another opportunity. So yeah, you know that he's probably involved in a lot of stuff that you would
Oh.
never be allowed to know.
And can we be close because I saved him in an emergency surgery?
100%. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Totally.
Reattached his tail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, you can reach him out, call out
Okay.
on your Hey phone.
Colton, we need to talk. It's important.
Doc, it's been a while.
It has. It's been too long. Are you anywhere near Saddleton, and is this line secure?
I'm not near Saddleton, no. And yes, this line is secure. Can't tell you where I am, though.
That's fine, but I got some hard truth for you. We have a bear in custody in Saddleton.
Yeah, I was given the brief. I don't know what dumb motherfucker thought it was a good idea to bring a bear into custody into civilian town, but god damn it.
Well, here's the thing. We went over the border to capture him.
And your source on that information?
The bear.
You talked to the bear?
I did.
Doc,
Dang.
how the fuck did that happen? Is
Uh,
it under something over there? 'Cause,
oh, yeah, maybe it's
I
shorted.
usually put the extra like in my lap so that way I'm in
Seems
front.
like a good idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I stomp on mine all the time, and I always have to, like, fish it back
Yeah.
up out.
It takes some practice.
It happens to all of us.
Yeah, it's all the
Such a
time.
noob.
And I've been here a bunch, and I still do it.
Yeah.
So, well, how did that happen? I was there when they brought him in, and they needed somebody to tend to his wounds. But it's brought up some questions for me. I've never had a conversation with a bear before. What do you know about the stories of ponies starting the war with the bears?
Well, I mean, the war's been going on for a long time. I mean, the 1,000 Pony War didn't get its name just from... Stop laughing. Didn't get it, from just a few years. The stories have been being passed around for forever. I mean, the party line, as you know it, you were in the service. The bears are the aggressors. Look at them. They've got teeth and claws.
Yeah, but I just thought that was true.
Well, hate to break it to you, Doc, but not everything's as easy as stitching up people and keeping them alive. Sometimes there's truths that are harder to handle, and sometimes finding out what the truth is harder than we'd expect. Sometimes it's impossible to find out what the real truth is.
Okay, well, look. I get where you're coming from. This is important to me. I'm calling in a favor. You wouldn't have that tail stuck to your rear end if it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I need to know how I can bust this bear out and get him home to his family.
Well, I mean, I'd be surprised. Aurora's there, right?
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if that bear's still alive. They've had him for like 12 hours or something. When did you see him last?
This morning.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, no,
That
it's
was-
this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. That was nice of you to patch him up and all, Doc, but it seems like a bit of a waste of time. Even if he's got good intel, he's only going to stay alive as long as, they need him. They're definitely not going to let him back into the forest or give him back to his own people now that he's seen the in details of the Glitter Valley and he's been in Saddleton.
This whole war's built on lies.
That's what most wars are built on, bud.
I gotta find a way to get the truth out there. People are dying for no reason.
Well, there's reasons. There's just not good reasons. So, like most things, somebody out there is making money.
I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Well, I know a bit, but it sounds like you're well on your way to finding out more than I know. So I only get the company line that's passed down so far. I've seen some things, but can't really talk about it. You understand?
Yeah, well, if you get any leads that are better off in the light, let me know, because I'm gonna blow the lid off this thing.
Yeah, well, my response will be, just follow the money. Money and the apples don't lie.
Yeah, as the old saying goes, the apples don't lie. All right. Thanks, Lieutenant. Keep your head down.
Hey, how you been doing with the cider lately?
I do very well with that.
Yeah, well, you be careful. Bite you in the ass. All right, I'll talk to you later, Doc.
All right. Yeah, hang up with him. I realized something that I had put techie on my sheet and then was being very clueless about the internet. So I think he's like a mechanical, he's like good with machines. Has no idea how the internet works.
No, yeah.
I've actually known engineers like that who are like, oh yeah, I can launch a rocket into space, but I don't know how to internet.
Yeah. WordPress? No.
Well, it's like the good with the hardware, bad with the software.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, well, time to blow up a government conspiracy.
Absolutely.
Damn the man.
I'm going to need a drink.
Oh, water.
No.
All right, I'm going to pause this for just a second because I need to use the restroom.
Mm.
So all of you watching at home, we will be right back.
Streamers, we're still streaming.
We are. I'm going to put on the logo for a second, though.
But
I'm going to mute us.
What really gets me is
All right.
when people like
We are back. Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you for giving me a little bit of a break for a moment. And what were we doing right before we left?
Oh,
We
well,
had saved
Doc
the bear.
had-
Yeah.
Doc had just finished talking with his Pony Central Intelligence friend,
Yeah. PCI.
and
Nice.
and I was going to go over to the clinic and give him, the lowdown on what I found out from
Nice.
the daughter, daughter Aurora,
Okay.
and then we're gonna, basically systematically dismantle the governments of 2 warring nations,
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
No problem.
Cool.
all in an afternoon's work.
Absolutely. All right. So you got your information from your friend,
Yes.
and you got what information you can from a teenage bear, or a little older than teenage, like young bear.
Yeah.
So I'm getting older.
Young adult,
20-something
adult
bear. Yeah.
Exactly.
My doppelganger, my
Yeah.
I mean,
bearer.
it is worth noting that the, young adult bears are a real thing.
Yeah.
And that's good and right.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Just
there might
like
be-
young adult ponies. Oh wait,
Yep.
that totally brings a whole new level of meaning to the Black Bears as a band. It's amazing.
Sure. Yeah.
I love it. All right.
now you see,
yeah.
you see.
And Maureen, you said that you were going to go find Doc after you got that information.
Yes, I'm gonna, go and tell him that it's not just, about invading ponies, but also they're turning them into workhorses. And it's like an entire war machine. We need to follow the money.
Mm-hmm. That's what my contact said.
Then it sounds like that's what we need to do. Except I'm a I'm a pony in college, and how are we gonna take this whole thing down? Man,
All right.
like people need to know. People need to know that it's not just like the bears want to, kill and eat us, but we've been taking their land, and chopping down pieces of the forest.
Well, I think if we could find some place, this information has to be, okay, so it's not sitting out on the mayor's desk, but this information has to be socked away somewhere.
Yeah.
And I bet we could pry it out
Well, I mean,
if we follow the money.
and follow the bear.
Yes.
They're gonna have to do something with the bear that they caught.
Mm-hmm.
They, he can't stay here.
And we can't eat him.
It's Saddleton. No, only sickos try to eat meat.
Yes. Agreed.
Those are the other ponies that, young colts and foals get warned about.
The meat eaters.
Yeah.
The meat eaters.
Who get sick when they do it. They definitely shouldn't be doing that,
Right.
but
But it's
forbidden.
Yeah.
it's not just, and it's like the, it's like meth heads.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so wrong.
See what happens? This is your brain, kids. And this is your brain on
On
meat.
meat. Yes.
Oh my God, it's an entire nation of super, super militant vegans.
Yep. When at the very, very beginning, when you said that all these people were coming down the street and we were going to go outside and see what these, I thought it was going to be zombie ponies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That did cross my mind, but then I was like, we're going dark. Let's go dark another way than
Yeah.
zombies.
Sure.
I like
No,
it.
it was just my initial. I was like, what is it going to be? Ponies?
I thought it was going to be
Zombonies?
like a military
Zombie.
takeover of the town.
Mm. Yeah.
Zombie. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of already married, those two words.
It's zombies,
Zombies and
ponies.
ponies. It's kind of the same.
Battled with
Pom-
Zambonis.
Zambonis.
Pombies.
Oh.
Oh.
Zamboni's a thing, though.
Yep.
That's
Speaking
amazing.
of Zambonis,
Yeah.
who's going to see Deadpool
Oh
2?
yeah, I'm going tonight.
Yay,
I'm
super
very
I
excited.
cannot
excited.
wait.
You're gonna get killed by a Zamboni.
I cannot wait to see Domino. Oh my god.
Okay, so I think we should figure out the primary war, like people making stuff for the war. They're going to be getting all those government contracts.
Yeah. And Lord now is like, I mean, it's been a monopoly
Yes. I agree.
for at least, like, you know, back in, like,
And-
as
and
long
an-
as my parents have been alive.
An egregious monopoly. And
And didn't Mayor Aurora want to, like, you know, doesn't her, like, family come out of that money?
I had heard she had ties to Sweetwater Security, but I didn't think much of it. They provide us with so much of the stuff we needed in the military.
So, maybe you were right after all. Maybe there will be something in her computer.
Or we could go to the Sweetwater offices. They're based in Saddleton.
True. Go on the other side of the river.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know which one we'd have a better chance of getting into.
Well, let's see if Mayor Aurora went back to her office after the bear incident, or if she's staying with the bear.
Yeah.
Because if she's staying with the bear, she'll be out of the office, and maybe we can sneak in there.
Yeah, and it's evening now, so there's probably not that many people at Town Hall.
All right, you guys head over there, and
Hold on. Doc takes a shot
of apple cider.
from his leg
Yeah,
Hoof flask.
flask. Yeah, hoof flask.
that's the thing.
Or Maureen rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm ready. Now, what is that apple brandy?
Oh, yeah.
What is that called?
Yeah.
I'll think of it in a minute. I'm going to try not to Google it.
That'll be fine.
I was about to say we have the...
I know. I just want to see if I can think of it for a minute. But while I'm thinking about that, yeah, so we're going to make our way to Aurora's office. Let's start there.
Yeah, you absolutely can. And even though it's like kind of like evening on a, you know, now, the square is like more empty than it usually would be. Even like you can you see that there's an increased pony police presence. Like there's a lot more on duty in the streets as you're walking than usual.
And you can almost hear the trotting of hooves as people run back to their families.
Yeah. And you get there and like it's not like people are not allowed on the streets, but they're definitely like
They're discouraged.
yeah.
Sure.
Or they just want to have people out there in case another big mass
Another herd event happens.
Yeah, another herd event happens.
Yeah.
So you get there and yeah, I mean most things aren't locked in Saddleton because
Yeah.
locks are hard and you need
Yeah,
hands for
that's
those.
complicated.
Well, like
Yeah.
when you have to undo shit with your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everything in your mouth. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So I suppose, like, really, horses' lips are very, like,
They're very good at it. Yeah,
Agile. Yeah.
yeah.
they're impressive.
I'll say.
Worked with them. Thanks, Doc. All right,
Oh, you.
I win.
back on boner. All right,
It all comes back to boner.
it all comes.
Doesn't it always?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So,
Yeah, you can go in if you want.
all right.
Okay, so we heard the bear roar. We know they took him away. But we just need to, like, figure out if Aurora's in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the jail barn was in the same town square.
Yeah.
And you can see that there are lights on in the jail barn.
Okay.
There's not like bear roaring or anything happening, but you can. I mean, there's obviously activity over there.
Yeah. Well, let's go up to the office first.
Okay. So we go around to the office,
Yeah, when you go.
and
First, I have this great moment in my mind where we're like down like a dark alleyway or a hallway or something, and I'm like using pony hoof signs, And she just walks by.
It's like just going.
So the city hall, the city barn is there's like the front entrance. You guys would know because you've probably been there at some point in your lives to do some sort of paperwork thing. There's like a reception desk inside that's constantly horsed because you can't man things when you're a pony. You know, kind of 24/7, so that people can get what they need if there's an emergency or something like that, because it's kind of a small town type government. And then there's also, because it's a barn, there's a back entrance, and it's been broken into like multiple units of stalls, and there's definitely multiple levels to it now. But they all pony buildings still kind of share this front entrance, back entrance with a giant kind of aisle down the middle.
Yeah.
Even if it's split into.
Because it's easier to move around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's kind of like stalls around an opening. So there's one big central hole in the center.
Yeah, exactly.
A courtyard.
Yep.
Yes, basically.
You know, access to grass and water at
I
every
love the
level.
idea of office ponies like backing into their cubicle.
Yeah.
Clip,
so hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun mental images with this.
And like it's like rather than keyboards and stuff, it's more like a Morse code system.
Sure.
Or it's like
They count it, ponies. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got this. All right. Plus. Okay. That's.
That's good.
It's so funny to me. I'm sorry. It's not funny to me. Okay.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ponies, the intricacies of like modern day pony society. How to take care of your hooves when you spend all day tapping.
Yes.
Yep.
That's totally got to be a thing, right?
Yep.
That's amazing.
The lifestyle bloggers and
Yeah. Oh fuck! All right. So anyway, so then
You shape and sculpt your haunches for the summer.
yes.
Yes. Oh man, I could totally blog the shit out of that.
Get your summer mane.
Yeah. So that that's the basic setup of how that building is made.
Okay.
So what?
Well,
do you
really,
do?
we just need a pretense.
Or we can try to wander around where nobody is. I mean, maybe no one will even stop us.
Have you looked at us?
Well, is every door guarded, or is
There's
it,
really only the two main entrances,
Yeah.
and then there's the different like stall entrances inside.
but both those doors have guards, or
I don't know. The front one, is it has a person at the reception desk, but you don't know.
well, let's go around to the back and just see who's hanging around.
Okay.
Because right now, this entire establishment is trading on the fact that nobody knows the truth or even suspects.
Or cares.
So, we may have to rely on that. So, how about what do we see around the back then?
I see dice being rolled. That makes me nervous.
It's all right. I'm just seeing.
Just testing.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. I got this one yesterday. It's my new easy roller
It's
dice.
pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like pink jelly kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
Easy
kind
Roller.
of like
they sponsor us a lot,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
they
That's
sent us a
awesome.
gift package.
That's awesome.
Oh.
And we're
That's
going to
so
be
sweet of
doing
them.
some giveaways with some really cool dice trays.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so you go around the back, and because my awesome easy roller dice rolled well for you guys, actually, it seems that there would be like one like rent a pony. I don't know.
Rent a pony?
Rent a pony.
Wait, that just sounds wrong.
That sounds really wrong. Yeah. Like hanging out, by the entrance. But
That's also boner.
But it seems like they have pulled everyone from like normal posts like that. They're not really worried about anyone going into City Hall. They're more worried about like herd events in the city.
Yeah.
So they've basically pulled the security away from guarding buildings to watch the streets and watch
And
for
guard the barn, probably.
Yeah, exactly like that. So it seems like as you're walking, you see there's a bunch of police ponies over by the barn. There's a bunch like in the streets, actual buildings. Like they don't seem to be real worried about people going in and out right now.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So let's just go. So we go in like we belong there.
Yep. Just trotting along.
Drunk Doc Pony and Punk
I'm
Assistant Pony.
I'm not drifting drunk.
Oh, okay.
I've had some drinks.
Enough to take the edge off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
Work. It's a work drink.
That's good for a doctor to have. That's
Yeah.
good. Excellent.
Steadies my lasers.
Yeah.
If you're seeing double, and you use laser eyes.
Does that mean you get 4 lasers?
Double damage?
I don't think
They're probably
That is-
unfocused.
I was about to say it's probably like a wide spray at that
Yeah.
point. Or they're like,
Hold on, let me try. This doesn't usually happen to me. Hold on.
they cross. And when two pony lasers like cross streams, is
Yeah.
this like a Ghostbusters event?
Yeah.
Focus. Yeah.
Mrs. James. Yes.
Well, this almost never happens to me.
Only every other night.
So you go in the back door, and there's like the big. It's like if you go in a hotel and they have like the lobby that has like the super high ceiling, and then there's actually like the rows and the floors of rooms on like both sides. That's kind of what it's like in this building. So there's like the main aisle. You can see at the other end, there's kind of like a large backdrop thing that would be behind the reception desk. You know, when they have like a big "Welcome to Saddleton," like with like some weird graphics, like at a city hall or something. That's what's behind the reception desk. It doesn't go up all the way, so sound will still travel over it.
Sure.
But it does you can't directly see the person who's at the reception desk.
Okay. And you said we do have a way to get upstairs.
Yes,
from
there's
back here. Okay.
pony elevators.
Great.
Ponolators.
Ponolators. There you go.
My brain, this whole game, I'm like constantly like trying to pay attention and also percolating pony puns, and it's just like it's so distracting.
I know. It's like, how can I turn this into a horse name?
Exactly.
Yeah, everything is like, okay, no.
The bear ones are
wait, what's
easier.
happening?
Yeah. But I'm sorry. Yes. So
Okay. So, well, obviously, the mayor's office is on the top floor.
Yep,
Because,
the mayor.
duh.
Yep. Okay, so we gotta get upstairs. Let's not check in at the front desk.
No. That would just be dumb. We're just going to go to the elevator and get in.
I was just like, no.
He's thinking of this like, oh, what a good idea. Let's not write our names down in the guest book.
No. Awesome.
Worked that out myself.
Congratulations.
All right.
How did you ever pass? How did you ever leap the hurdle to get your doctor's license? That's what I want to know.
Do I need to roll piloting for the elevator?
No, you don't need to. I mean, if you want to, you can, but no, they're hoof-sized buttons in there.
Let's
It's
crank
fine.
this thing up to 11.
I mean, if you wanted to technology it so it would fly you up to the top floor like super fast, you could roll that.
Like, I'm just going to hit the button with
Yeah.
my nose.
It's just like, nope.
Like,
Yeah.
Dunk.
There you go.
Okay. Ooh, you use your nose? People put their hooves on that.
you're supposed to use your nose. It's
I
a
know, but
civilized,
people use their hooves.
whatever, the world is full of dirt.
Ugh. Gross. You have no idea how filthy people's hooves are.
Less filthy than their minds.
Marginally.
Or tarnished than their souls.
Okay, true.
You go up to the top floor.
Been a long elevator scene. We had to cut it for network, but it was just a lot of back and forth eye rolling and snark.
It's just all snark. Like in the bonus deleted scenes,
Yeah.
it's just like 50 cuts of snark in elevator.
Nice. Amazing. So yeah, you guys get up to the top floor, and this is the one floor that actually the lobby doesn't reach, which is a little odd. That's different than most buildings. Usually in Pony Barn buildings, like the middle aisle goes all the way up, and it's
You know, so you could have your skylight.
right, exactly. Well, yeah, and it's just like custom. It's like how the original barns were built, so everyone just kind of does it as a tradition. But this is actually like got a floor that, and it's like a regular, like what we'd picture as like
Yeah.
a large office space. It's
Yeah, so
super
the top floor covers the whole thing. No central open area.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
I just thought of like pony cubicles.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before about the like back into their cubes.
Well, they're
and-
back into their stalls, but the stalls are like offices, right? So
Yeah.
like each stall is like having like an outer office and they have windows or whatever, but like in this is new. This is like they're going to try an open floor plan.
Yeah, that's good.
Where like multiple ponies share workspace and it's just like half stall cubicles.
Yeah, or like trough.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Trough computer peripherals.
That's amazing and beautiful.
But they have their computer at this, and then under that is actually like a food trough.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I mean, they
Oh,
work
man.
out.
Gotta have
They
snacks.
yeah,
So
lunch at their
distracted
desk.
today.
All right, so you get up there, and the office is empty. There's nobody there.
Yeah, okay. Well, this should be easy.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gotten in yet.
All right.
So trot right over to
That's got to be
Aurora's
her
office.
That's got to be her office there.
Like constant ear twitches.
Yeah. If you wanted to roll, I'll have you roll body.
Okay.
See if you can hear physical.
I am so bad at this today.
You don't hear anybody coming.
That's a 16,
Yeah, the
listeners.
16, yeah.
And none of our stats are that high.
No, it could have been, but they're not. I think
Near-
11 is average. So
Well, most of my stats are above average, except my job. I'm bad at my job. But that's because, like, people keep coming in and, like, wanting pop music. That's
And
my
they-
weakness.
And they don't deserve it.
no, they don't.
Well,
deserve that at
the
all.
world doesn't deserve it. So I kick them out.
Nice.
True.
Kicking people out of a record store. Good business plan.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Saving the world one record at a time.
All right, so I'm going to use my doctor skill to unlock the door. Yep. I'm going to perform surgery.
You can use your technical skill.
Techie. So what do I add this to?
I'll say to body because it's like physical, like
Oh,
dexterity.
Okay, so that brings me up to 10.
It'll be fine.
That's a 2.
Two.
I'm keeping that 2. It bounced off of the thing, but I'm keeping it.
Well, mine rolled
it.
almost all the way off the
Yeah.
the display
You guys are
tray.
having trouble with the dice tray today.
Yeah. I finally went to roll on it on purpose and missed it. This enormous, like, foot-long...
Yeah.
Just gonna blame the Baileys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I did not have enough to blame that.
Okay, you absolutely. You get your little prehensile nose and lips in there, and you're just like,
Yeah,
click.
all the tools.
Yeah, and it unlocks, and
I just, oh my god, the mental image of this is killing me.
yeah.
Yeah, and all smug as he's like backing away from the door, looking at you like, that's why they call me Slick Lips in the academy.
The
He generally
retching
thinks
face.
he definitely thinks this is something to be proud of.
yeah. And yeah, Pooch's retching face. Retching face is amazing.
Yes.
All right.
And like this is
It
like
is good and true and appropriate.
Yeah. Fan fucking tastic.
the like gingerly kind of like hoofs the door open, but like tries not to have her hoof actually get in contact with the door.
Oh, I don't
And
want to taste that.
her expression is the first time where he's like, huh, maybe that wasn't a compliment. Hey, do you think those ponies were making fun of me?
I'm just
Blink, blink, blink.
blink, 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 moving right along.
Yeah.
Just trots in.
Yeah.
Ungrateful bastards.
So here, this is a pretty large section of like the top floor that was blocked off with like those like pseudo walls, but like they do go all the way up. Right inside there's what would be the secretary's desk, but there's nobody there right now, obviously, because it's evening. And then there's the larger desk past that is obviously Mayor Aurora's desk,
Okay.
and both have
So
computers on them.
first things first, I guess, would be to check her secretary's desk because the encryption will probably be easier to get past, like password protection and stuff. And she'll have Aurora's entire schedule.
Yeah. Look for a post-it note under the keyboard.
Man, old people. So I look for a post-it note under the keyboard.
It's totally a post-it note on the keyboard. The dice have deemed it so. The dice are really liking you guys today. So
Can't deny the power
yeah,
of not really old fan and teenager.
yeah.
So there's a post-it on the keyboard with the password.
Yeah, the password is heygirl123.
Hay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, killing me. So use the Did you know that HeyGirl123 is the third most common used password
That sounds right.
in all of Patagonia?
Hey,
Hello! We have
Tabby,
a guest.
do you want to horse around with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Tabby just joined us. Here, make a pony.
I'm not even supposed to be here.
Do you want to be Lieutenant Colton?
Absolutely.
Maybe he's had a change of heart and is swooping in to help us.
All right, so
He's
Tabby's
gonna
very quickly make his character. Do you remember how to do it? Or
I'll figure it out.
here you go.
You should
It's
scoot closer to
on
me.
the bottom there,
I
or
may,
on the side.
I may inappropriately touch your shoulder.
I was
Sorry.
wondering. I was like, oh, Tabby left the chat room. Sad. That's okay. You showed up in
Yeah.
person, so that's great.
I was down the street, so I'm like, why am I here?
Why are you here?
Why aren't I
Make a
there?
pony.
Tabby, this is Pooja. Pooja,
Tabby.
Tabby.
Hi.
So, as we've put in canon already, Lieutenant Colton, spelled Coul, because he's not a monster,
Yeah.
is
This was a
Always.
contact I called earlier in the show on the phone.
yeah,
He's,
ex-military pony who
Works for the Pony Central Intelligence now.
I'm retired military.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Colton is military intelligence.
Yes, he was just in the service, but then he has talents that were noticed by pony higher ups that maybe you should be in this rather than just on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh, I can totally be military intelligence.
Yeah.
you totally can.
but he owed me because I had reattached his tail.
Yeah,
And-
so,
It was
you're all-
a harrowing incident.
Yeah.
yeah.
then you guys are buddies.
Actually had nothing to do with the bears, but he's also kept that under his under
Yeah,
his
you
hoof.
blew your own tail off at some point.
Of course I did. It's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have. There's a 1,000 pony war happening right now between the bears and the ponies.
Oh, I thought that was history.
Well,
the 1,000 pony
it is.
war.
It's the same war that's been going on for generations.
This is Saddleton.
Yes.
The expanding pony city. The bears are here in the woods, and
Bears.
yeah, and as far as we knew, the bears had fired the first shots and were attacking
the invading force
us. Yeah,
bent on eating our young.
Yeah. But then they were able to speak to a bear prisoner of war who has the opposite story, that the ponies were the aggressors and started the war.
right.
And it's gonna have, and they're
Propaganda.
out to find out what the story is.
So
Yeah.
like we
This
are.
is how you can tell my pony was in the Navy.
Yeah.
This is the anchor tattoo.
So we talked to. Oh, and by the way,
Oh, you'll
Goth
appreciate
Pony.
Oh, that's amazing.
She works at a record store.
That's close to Tappy's heart.
Yeah. You're already my favorite character.
So I spoke to the prisoner bear's daughter to deliver like final "I love you" messages filled with bear puns. And we spoke a little bit about like the bear history of the war, and we found out that the bears are taking pony prisoners to be workhorses,
Or eaten.
and they only eat the dead ones, I guess.
Well,
And then but also like ponies have been coming in to like clear cut the forest to have additional land, grazing pastures, premium grazing pastures.
Oh, wow.
yeah. This got complicated.
This got
This got real.
this got really fucking deep, really
All
fast.
right.
That's what happens when you start your morning with Bailey's.
And how?
All right. Anyway, so they are now searching the politician's office for more information on the pony war. So you have a few minutes to roll up your character.
So, okay. So now that we've used the third most used password in all of
Yes.
Patagonia,
Hey girl, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
hey girl 1 2 3 to log into.
Stop saying it out loud. It's HAY.
You guys. Oh, God.
The password.
So many in this game.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The password is or the username is Gossalt.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm alive.
So I pull up Aurora's schedule for the last 2 weeks, and any appointments. I'm specifically looking for also appointments that were made today after the bear was captured.
Okay. What you see is the like basic. There's some like campaign meetings, because you know she's in another year she has to run for mayor again, things like that in the last few days. But she does have a military meeting every day that you see. You don't. There's no real details of that. It's just like one of the generals that she meets with daily. You do notice that about the time of the bear's capture, her schedule goes blank. It looks like there's a bunch of canceled events after that time, and there's been nothing re-added to the schedule since that time.
Okay.
Other than that military meeting is still on the schedule. That's the only thing still there.
While she's hacking the computer, hacking
Hacking.
by
Hacking.
typing in someone else's password.
Oh yeah, and I just want to clarify that running for mayor, mayor is spelled M-A-R-E.
Of course it is.
Clarifying that. I didn't think about it. It took me 2 hours and 32 minutes to think of that.
Saddleton Mayor.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
So I'm looking around Aurora's actual office because I'm pretty sure that there's got to be evidence, and obviously it's not just sitting on her desk. So I'm looking for like a secret panel under the desk or in the wall or like under the drawers, like trying to get a.
He's nosing around.
Yeah.
I am nosing around.
Yeah. Absolutely. Why don't you roll brain for that to see like what you're noticing? Unless you have a skill, that would be more helpful.
Techie. I'm gonna convince. I'm gonna
I'll let you do
convince the hidden material to come out.
Sure.
Well, it's
Absolutely.
also like if there was a hidden wall or something, it would be a mechanism.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
It works. Like you could see.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you roll great.
I got it without the bonus.
Nice. So yeah. Yeah, you notice that there is this beautiful painting of Glitter Valley there, with Rainbow Falls kind of cascading off as well. And you notice that it is hiding behind it a safe.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay. So I'm going to look at the correspondence and see if what outside of the cancellations, if the secretary has sent anything.
she has a lot of personal business. It seems like she spends a lot of her day not doing Aurora's work and shopping online.
Well, that would explain why her mane always looks so good.
Yeah. There are also a lot of pissed off replies to the cancellations. But that seems to be like the only real thing for the last few days. She's making kind of lame excuses about, there's all these big herd events have been happening, and Mayor Aurora has been working at, keeping everything calm in Saddleton, so I'm sorry, she'll reschedule with you as soon as possible. Like a bunch of like BS excuses like
Sure.
that.
Okay. So, man, that was a little bit less useful than I could have hoped.
Do you
But
see-
hopefully Aurora's computer will have something more.
Did you see anything about a safe combination in the files?
I mean,
Is there another post-it note?
yeah, I was about to say, I'm
How
going to
much
check.
do the dice love
I'm
you?
going to check underneath the mouse pad.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. There's no post-it note with the safe combination on it. Sorry.
Right.
That's how they got the first password.
Yeah.
Lifted up the keyboard.
It was under there.
The dice said it was so.
Okay, so I'm going to check Aurora's computer next.
There is not.
I'm still going to try that
Yeah.
same password.
It does not work.
Damn.
I am going to try to crack the safe.
Cool. You can use your techie for that. I'll
Yeah,
let you, 'cause
okay.
you're used to working with mechanical stuff, and so you're able to. And since you're a doctor too, you're used to working with wounds and things. So you have very sensitive hooves.
sensitive touch.
Yeah.
And lips.
And lips, yeah, that's how you have to do it.
Canonized.
Yeah, so you have to use your crazy horse
Yep.
lips to
Oh, yeah.
feel the little clicks in it. And you have really good hearing, so you could probably hear the
Oh,
inside
yeah.
of the.
Okay, well, here we
Mechanism.
go. It's time to try. I wish I could keep that roll that I just dropped.
I know, I was about to say, but at least you didn't get the 20.
Oh, I was waiting for a 20 after you said that. I was like, yeah. So you rolled an 8, which is definitely under your
Yes.
thing. So nice job. So it takes a couple minutes, and you're very methodical about it.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, you do hear it click into place, and you can hear the little clink. And it,
Okay. Yeah,
the
pull
weight
that
shifts.
handle and
Yeah.
swing the door open.
Yeah. You do, though, as you were opening it, like you can kind of taste like the weird, like what Aurora's been eating lately. So that's what happens when you open a safe with your mouth.
It's just like stale carrots.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She's on a diet, so they're
I mean-
freeze-dried carrots.
Whatever. There are
Alright.
worse things.
I'm an apple man.
Apple cider.
Yeah.
All right, so that swings open, and
Liquid
there's
lunches don't count.
Quick, Tappy, what's the apple brandy called? You know what I'm talking about?
Why is it
What,
not just
do you
called
like
apple
ODB?
brandy?
It might be like I'm sure it's like Apple Jacks or something. Like
I'm gonna.
Okay,
Okay,
you
it's
have to
time-
Google
Apple
it's time
Jacks
to
actually
Google it.
sounds right.
his pony has a drinking problem, and we've determined that
Yeah.
horses drink
Alcoholic
apple-flavored
Navy
alcohol.
doctor.
All right.
I think it's just called apple brandy, you guys.
Yeah, okay. That would be amazing after all the questioning you've done about it. The door swings open, and there's just a stack of different files and paper in there.
Okay. Well, it looks like you've got some reading to do.
Yeah, okay. I'm still looking at apple brandy.
Yeah, we know.
I'm going to try to use my hacking skill to get into the computer.
Cool. Do the thing.
Calvados! That's the word I wanted.
I can't believe you didn't think of that.
Calvados.
Yeah. Yes!
Nice.
That is actually underneath my...
So what's your hacking skill?
my hacking is +3, and
Okay.
then it would be brain, right?
Yeah,
so it's
definitely.
16.
Perfect.
Nice,
And you rolled a
nice.
10, so that's totally under.
Yay!
So it takes you a little while, but you are definitely able to get into her computer.
Okay. Well, it's time to dig through, like, her actual personal files.
Yeah, the desktop
And-
of her computer is like a really cheesy picture of her like shaking hands with someone like higher up in the
It's a picture
in
of
the panic.
herself.
Yeah, in the shaking hands with like one of the high ups in the Pangonia government. Like that's what it is.
It's taking every ounce of self-control not to deface this picture right now. Like
Yeah.
change her background to something like
change her
really
background to,
horrific,
like,
like
Close
like,
up pony butt.
or like bear porn.
Oh, yeah, bear porn, even better.
It'd be amazing. All right.
We're
But,
talking about actual bears who live in the woods, not,
I think I broke all of your pencil
not
leads.
human bears. That's,
Here,
You
possible.
monster.
you're an animal.
this is why we like the old-fashioned pencils and the glitter. Go.
It's not my fault Tabby's a savage with pencils.
I broke it like 15 times. Like when she watched the video, oh damn.
Well, I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh God, was that a terrible thing I shouldn't have said? Like, was this a terrible GMing thing I did? I'm like hypersensitive.
No.
No.
Okay.
He just can't pencil.
No, he can't pencil. That's cool. I'm alright with that.
Um,
So you
So-
now have access to her computer.
Great. So I'm going to look at first to see if she has any emails linked up to her, like programs or anything that her secretary doesn't have access to. Because obviously I saw her regular work email ones.
and anything for Sweetwater security.
And I'm going to search her computer for anything related to Sweetwater security
There's a bunch on Sweetwater Security.
and workhorses.
Yes, and workhorses. Sweetwater Security, as you were saying earlier, it seems like she's got family connections there. So she has a lot of emails from family that are at the Sweetwater Security.barn, which is the basic email. A lot of it is like family information. Like, hey, are you coming to the reunion? Hey, my aunt's Sally's
Man, I really
sick.
wish people would stop using the damn work emails for personal matters. It makes this so much more
It's
tedious.
so much harder when you have to go through that.
Tedious.
yeah.
It's so tedious.
Do you have a question, Tappy?
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay, you're done. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, it's the best system ever for
Yeah,
making
it's
characters.
awesome.
Super easy. And if you want to retcon that you asked Lieutenant Colton to come help.
Well, yeah, I had said if you think
Yeah.
of anything or if there's any way you can help us, we're gonna
Need it.
we're gonna blow the lid off this conspiracy.
Well, then
Perfect.
Lieutenant Colton comes in through the window.
Top floor,
Perfect.
through the window. Helicopter drop.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to need my pencil back, Tappy. All right. I'm going to have to start writing things down very soon.
We
I
could
came
share.
as soon as I could.
We could
But
share.
there's more pencils right over there.
Oh, I want to show you a picture. So
Okay.
he's got a green beret, or actually no, he's got a black beret because he has a green mane and he's khaki colored.
Nice. He's
Awesome.
a khaki color pony.
Yeah, it's khaki colored pony, and then he has night vision goggles, and then a pistol that I don't know why. Because he can't.
And he can shoot lasers out of his
But he can
eyes.
shoot lasers out of eyes, but it's standard issue.
yeah, in case
Yeah.
he's
So that's
blinded
why.
or something.
Yeah.
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 I mean, what happens if somebody blindfolds you?
And his tagline is,
Can't use your lasers.
"We have bear signs such as God has never seen."
Oh, excellent. Oh, yeah, and the laser thing, we decided that was a genetic modification that the ponies had come up with to defend themselves. So many generations before, so now it's just genetic, but...
You shoot them through the night vision goggles.
Yes. Maybe they amplify it.
They focus the
Oh, yeah.
lasers.
Yeah.
I did a pony like that in my last game where it had goggles on its little thing because it made the laser stronger.
No.
Oh god,
you had
Pony Cyclops.
It silences your lasers.
It like neutralizes the color so you can't see them.
So it doesn't make any noise. Lasers don't make noise. I know.
I know.
They work.
Because this works.
Tap and talk for a second.
Hello?
Talk again.
Hello?
All right, yeah, you're on. Okay.
See.
So, okay. The idea that you made a Pony Cyclops,
It was amazing. It was a super fun game.
were they always right?
Probably thought they were. I don't remember that much about it, but yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I have +3
Cyclops
and
was
no
wrong,
military shit.
by the way.
Okay.
Don't at me.
So do I need to use my no military shit skill?
Sure.
What does that bring?
I feel like no, you know what?
KNOW military shit. I thought you were like, no military shit.
No.
What, well?
Like brain, no military. You know what? It's so cool and awesome. I love the fact that you're coming in the window. You don't even have to roll.
Okay.
It's fucking badass. So you guys, you just broke into that safe.
Yeah.
You just finished hacking and you're looking through her emails, and suddenly
We were so silent and stealthy the whole way in.
Totally trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
and then crash, like the shatter of glass happens.
Jesus Christ!
And-
Die forever!
And in the dark office outside of where you are, you see a pony shape kind of do this roll to like absorb the power of breaking through the window. Yeah, a very military
Destroy
roll.
6 cubicles.
Yeah. But it's done like you, especially with military training, where like that person knows what the fuck they're doing. They're here, I don't know what you're assuming, but that person knows how to break through a window and roll and be ready for shit.
Got it.
So
Wait,
a
what do you do?
sideways roll, though, right? Like
A barrel roll. You did a barrel roll. Hey, that tail looks barely attached. God damn it, Colton.
Why don't you roll? I'm gonna have you roll brain to see if you notice that.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide under the desk.
Nope.
No.
12 is over my brain score. Unless I can add techie.
Nope.
So
If the lights are on, maybe you'd notice that. Hey, I did those. Those stars
Hang
are
on.
definitely my work. But
Yeah.
so stealthy as a submarine.
Yes. Awesome. Roll your no stuff now to be stealthy.
Oh no! What am I using that with?
You flip the lights on so you can
Your
see.
body.
Where to
Body?
go.
Yeah.
Oh no! 1 over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. 'cause-
Good. Nobody saw me. I can turn on the lights.
Well, you also did just roll through a bunch of fucking office furniture. So
At least the floor here is real.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the lights click on, click, and then suddenly you see your friend, Lieutenant Cole.
Oh,
Colton,
by the way,
what's your first
my
name?
weakness is explodable.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't given him a first name, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
What's
That's
your
up for
first name,
grabs.
Tappy? Phil Colton.
Jonathan?
Sorry, I can't help myself.
Steve.
Lieutenant Steve Colton.
Nice. Okay. Oh man. So you see
Oh
your
no, it
friend,
should be Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan is also good.
I think it should be Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see your friend Jonathan, like
Jonathan Colton.
looking super pleased with himself. Yeah.
God damn it, Colton. This is a stealth op.
Like, I didn't have time. I came as fast as I could.
What the?
Oh, yeah, this is
He's
Doc
military.
and Marine.
What? Marie?
Marine and
Marine?
Doc.
And Doc.
What the? You know this asshole?
Well, if you're silent, the best way to be silent is to be loud. Then they can't hear you.
You're an idiot too.
Okay. I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
This is... He's with military intelligence.
That explains a lot.
Doesn't even phase him.
No.
I'm just gonna, fuck.
What do you need?
Make sure nobody comes up the elevator.
Yeah.
To investigate the giant crashing noise and turn the fucking lights back off.
Yeah. Turn the lights off. Maybe disable the elevator.
Yeah, pick high or low, Tappy.
Low.
Anybody want to roll high?
Okay, so I'm gonna, as quickly as ponily possible, see if I can find anything in regards to, trafficking of pony prisoners between the bears and us.
Yeah.
Pony trafficking.
Cool. While you're doing that, what are you doing?
So I'm trying to figure out the bare necessities of the situation.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And the elevator?
Okay, good. All right. When you get to the elevator, you do see that it's starting to come up. Like someone's coming upstairs. Because I rolled a 20 when you said roll low.
That's amazing.
It's like they were already on their way.
Incoming!
Ah!
It's a good thing I got here when I did, because you guys would have been screwed.
Yep. That's right.
Okay, take the files, close the safe, and let's go.
What is there anything obvious in all this paperwork, or do I need to just take all of it?
There's like 3 big files.
Okay. And what?
I mean, if you're
Just
taking
flip
the time
open
to
the
look over,
first. Yeah. Well. Initially there was a moment where,
where you like
I
looked
had
at
time
it.
to look at the first one.
Yeah. It looks like the top one is about like city expansion, just basic stuff that you'd see, like, we're going to build a bridge
Yeah,
across
civil engineering.
civil engineering stuff, like upgrading the trails and stuff in the city. Roads, yes.
Sure.
Basic things like that. There's a bunch of it, so you don't have time to flip through all of it, but it seems like that's the civil engineering folder. The one under that is a military folder. There's some stuff that seems to be like redacted and blacked out and things like that. But just
I'm
on top
familiar
of it,
with blacking out.
Yeah.
So
good with that. And then the last one seems to be about resources in the valley, amount of water and the amount of food, things like that.
all right. Yeah, we're gonna just have to take all these,
Okay.
shove them into my pocket.
Sure.
Saddlebag.
Saddlebags. Perfect. Cool. We'll say that you were doing that like already, so when he jumped in, you already knew what was in all the files when
Great.
he jumped in. Cool.
So how do I use a gimmick?
A gimmick is going to be the same. What your gimmick was? What?
Well, I took grenades.
You're going to roll that just like anything else. So what is your gimmick?
What I want to do is I want to duct tape grenades to the door so that the elevator, so that the pin is on one side and the grenade's on the other side. So when it opens, it explodes.
Okay. So what's your number for gimmick?
9.
9. Okay. So you have to roll your dice and roll 9 or under.
1.
You rolled a 1.
Oh,
you are the
yeah.
best at, like, you pull
You
out that magic-
MacGyver that grenade.
perfectly, like, absolutely, like, the minute those doors open, like, you do the shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Well,
Got us covered.
I think
Well, we
it
need
is.
to get down somehow.
I
We
think
need to
it's
get out of here.
It's time to.
Well, wait, you were still working on the
Yes.
computer. I don't want that to get forgotten.
Okay.
It's very clear. You were asking about the pony prisoners. So after searching on her hard drive for a minute, especially code words, you are seeing some weird nebulous emails that seem like they're using like code words for stuff about transferring items over the border between the what is it called, Evergreen Forest and the Glitter Valley.
Son of a bitch.
Labeled as definitely legal, not contraband.
Not people.
Yeah. Definitely not convicted criminals being sent to be
Oh,
slaves for the rest of their lives to
shit.
the bears.
We found out early on that like when criminals are convicted, they're sent to the military, to the pony military. But it seems like maybe not all of them are being sent to the military.
Because it's a herd society, so you have to help the herd. You have to pull your weight. You can't just be fed.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
not all of them are being sent to the front.
Yeah. I think that.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
their
who's the?
logistics.
So I need I'm just gonna pull. Pull the information. Pull those emails onto a
Just
hoof
forward
drive.
it to yourself.
I'm gonna pull them onto a hoof drive.
Okay, nice.
That's way better, and I wish I hadn't interrupted you in the middle of saying that.
The hoof drive's good.
God damn it, that's good. Fuck, Pooja.
I learned it from watching
Hoof
you,
drive.
Dad.
Hoof drive.
Yeah.
And
Did you shoehorn it in there? Like that joke.
All right.
look, I know you want to drink, but now's not the time to be bringing up the bar, girl. But so yeah, pull those on.
Absolutely.
Shut down. So that hopefully she doesn't know. I think she's going to be more concerned about her safe getting robbed than what I pulled off the computer.
Seems like the mother or the window, or the about to explode elevator.
Or the elevator blowing
There's a
up.
lot going on
Yeah.
for her.
Oh, have I told them about the elevator?
No, but I'm saying the
Okay.
next day when the mayor gets back, there's going to be a number of things.
Pretty sure the mayor's going to be coming back some point tonight after the elevator blows up.
So
Right.
right after you do that with the hoof drive,
All right, I've covered our trail.
Okay, how do we get out of here then?
I can handle that.
Just don't do it near the door.
All right, it's time to go all-terrain. And so the dock's two front legs are prosthetic candy legs that are also like mechanical cybernetic, like candy cybernetics. And they
Picture candy canes. Every time he says that.
they split into like 3 appendages each and start grabbing onto the edge. Since you just blew open the window for us, I'm going to grab onto the edge and say, all right, hang on to me, I can get us down.
nice.
I know, I'm like,
So you're gonna roll body plus your that's your gimmick?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're gonna roll your gimmick.
So this number that's 8
Uh,
written next to gimmick.
is that your gimmick number?
Yep.
You really rolled really bad.
Yeah. 2 8s, 2 10s, and a 14. Yeah. Really nailed it. Oh, can this be piloting?
Actually, since you have prosthetic legs, I will allow that.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
9.
you'll roll body plus your
So 9.
9.
Here we go, everybody. Spider
we
pony,
don't all
spider
go down,
pony.
We don't all go down in flames today.
Absolutely. Oh, nice. So yeah, what exactly does this look like? You're climbing. Are you going down like rear end first? Or are you going down?
Yeah, he's going head first. So basically like a spider, because he's got the 3 legs both his front legs are now 3 legs each.
Okay.
So that's 6, and then the 2 in the back for stabilization.
Okay, perfect.
So he's an 8-legged pony right now.
Nice. Excellent.
Down the side, like punching into the glass to hold on, and which makes perfect sense.
And while you're doing that, while you guys are riding, I'm not going to figure out how that works, but it's fine. And suddenly, the window above you that's broken, suddenly there's a boom, and like all the windows on that floor all punch out.
That's where Devil goes.
Yeah, so there's like the sprinkling of shattered glass. And
Never find
fire.
us now.
And a lot of fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that probably boosts us into like falling faster, and that we have to do the thing where he like jams the prosthetic into the
And like
glass
grinds
and it's going
down.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, doing that. I have no idea how you two are attached to me.
I figure I'm using my legs to like hook into your saddlebags.
Sure,
You rolled a 2. So
it really
works.
seems like that should be a euphemism. Using my legs to hook into your saddlebags, but I don't know what it would be.
It's not really flattering me.
Nope.
It's not
No.
something I really want to.
No, I don't even want to think about.
All right, perfect. So you get down to the ground, and super badass, by the way, nice. And you can hear the clopping of hooves coming from like all.
What was that
directions.
explosion? Why did that explode?
What? I said I covered our trail.
Oh my god.
I had us covered. In glass.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Tinkling rain
Act
of
like you
glass.
didn't just blow shit up.
Oh, I mean, what was that? Military intelligence, what?
Oh my! I'm terrified of this explosion. We should leave.
Which
The good thing is it's probably candy glass.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't get cut going in.
Yeah, horses
Yeah.
like sugar, so it's
Yeah, sugar glass
gonna trot up and like start
for snacks on the way.
Yeah,
just a little.
absolutely.
Okay.
Stressy, what can I say?
You have a number of seconds before people show up.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
I will use those numbers to run.
Yeah.
we gallop.
Time to go.
Gallop. All right, please roll your body. See how fast you can gallop.
12 exactly.
6! Yay!
Is it? Am I piloting my body?
You're not going to fail to.
I did fail. In fact,
Well, you're not going to fail running. This is just like seeing how fast you're able to go.
sure, not fast at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle of like trying to put my prosthetics back into normal leg shape, and they're medium helpful.
So the two of you definitely get out of sight and down the street before any of the pony police show up around the building. You're not so sure. You kind of saw them out of the corner of your eye, so it's possible that they might have seen you. So, because you were running a little, so you worked hard going down that building. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And you're a little noticeable with the two front candy prosthetics.
Yeah, so you don't
All
know
right.
if they saw you or not, but you were definitely not out of sight before they got there.
Okay, so before I get to wherever they disappeared behind, like some dark alley,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like skid to a halt when I realize like, oh, this timing's not gonna work out. Skid to a halt, turn around and just go, what the hell was that?
Nice.
Did everybody see that?
All right, roll nerve for me to see if you can fake the emotion.
Can I add convincing?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes!
So you needed
13.
13 or less, and you
Yeah.
got 3.
Yeah.
Nice. You totally nailed it. You were the most convincing.
Yeah.
And
Clueless asshole ever.
Drunks off an R.
yeah, and the pony police like, sir, please stay back. Please stay back. This is a dangerous situation.
Do you see that?
Yeah,
That
we
it
see, sir.
exploded.
Yeah, you go back to your stall, sir. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, if you're sure.
Yeah, have some apples. It'll be okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Applejack.
So, and then they kind of like, when they see your...
He's got a hoof flask.
Yeah.
So-
I love you guys.
See, great game. Best game ever. And so then they kind of like, okay, and once they see that you're not getting closer, they turn around to like deal with it, and they...
And I fade into the alleyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of back, like,
Yeah.
awkwardly into the alleyway.
So what did you guys do?
Just bolt.
Ran?
Right. So you guys are, I mean, you're herd animals, so you can run as a
We
group
ran
very
together.
easily.
We
Yeah.
totally ran
Absolutely. You probably, I'm just going to give it that you heard him like talking behind you, but then you heard his hooves clomping behind you too. So where are you guys headed? Where are you going? Is there a plan?
Well, we gotta go back to the I guess go back to the clinic.
Yeah, there won't be anyone there.
And the store is
Okay.
closed, so it's gonna be weird if we open the record
Yeah.
store back up. Also, even if then people might come in and want to buy stuff.
Who,
That would be awkward.
do people go to the record store?
Not usually more than once. It's so bad if I shop.
She's terrible at her job. She's really bad at it.
Oh. To Lieutenant Colton, records are like in manila files.
Right. Nice.
So he's very confused.
I love the wordplay in this game. It's the best.
So where are we going?
Your place.
All right.
Oh, that didn't come out right.
All right.
Well, Three's Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys go to your place.
Yeah, all right. So I open up the clinic. I don't turn on all the lights, but just enough so that we can meet in the probably the back, like not the front room where the receptionist would be. So we're actually back where he would see patients.
Okay.
Yeah. Is anybody injured, by the way? It was a lot of glass.
But
That was very tasty.
so you're
Since you want
telling
something.
me that the military's been lying.
It would seem that's the case. And I lay out the files on the clinic bed there and start pointing to the evidence that we've got.
I'm going to pull up the emails.
They're selling ponies into slavery.
So it seems like the military is lying.
Yes.
Right. I'm glad I figured that out.
Great. So, Colton.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need your help. I think I can extrapolate from these emails, when the next shipment's going to be. So,
Do you need my help?
yes. We need to free the ponies.
Always need to free the ponies. I think I know what that means. I have ciphers.
Okay.
Will that help?
Probably, yeah.
Excellent. Let me take a look at this.
Do the thing.
Okay, what do I roll?
Brain.
Brain.
Or wait, your ciphers is a skill.
Yeah.
So so you're gonna roll brain and then add the plus whatever it is.
Haha, that's lower than 13.
Excellent. So you roll 5, so you succeed, and actually very quickly, surprisingly quickly to you, Maureen, considering the comments he's been making. He gets through the
Yes,
ciphers.
I think he might be, have hit his head really hard.
Yeah.
Many times.
But man, does he get through that cipher fast, and you absolutely get the information that, yes, they are shipping prisoners. They say that they send them to, to serve in uniform, to, repair, to repent for their actions against the herd, but really what they're doing is they are, in fact, trading them for land to the bear kingdom. So as workhorses.
And food when they die.
Whoa.
That's not specified in there. But
Wow. Mind blown.
it's a dark fucking pony game.
Yeah.
Did we buy these records from your store?
No, we stole them from the mayor's office.
That's where we got it.
That's what we were doing
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you came in through the window.
Well, they'll never find out what we did now.
Probably not.
But
There are-
everyone needs to know what they're doing.
Yes. When does this latest shipment of prisoners go? Maybe we can prevent that at least, and then there'll be a whole bunch of witnesses who can back up what we're talking about.
And we can go to the Pony Press.
Yes.
The Pony Express.
Yes.
That's the best.
Blue?
That's the best.
That's good.
It's so good.
Yeah. This is right and
Yes.
good and
We
true.
can go. We should go to the Pony Express. Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. So when's the shipment?
It looks like the next shipment was scheduled to take place the next morning.
Well, we have to get to the docks.
Which now it's pretty late at night now.
Yeah.
So
in a few hours.
yeah, in a couple of hours. You don't know from that because the email is a little older. It's from previous to the bear capture. So you don't know if that's still on or not. There haven't been any communications since that time.
Or if they rushed it.
Yeah.
Even more reason for us to get there as quickly as possible.
We should hurry.
Yeah. Does anyone need any go pills?
Yes?
I don't do drugs.
Well, then you want to stay awake?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, here you go. Totally pass out amphetamines.
Totally do that.
Take
Military
that,
shit.
wash it down by finishing my flask, and then dump the flask for weight.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
It would be awkward.
Super safe combo. That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. Absolutely. So now you are all super wired.
We're like jet pilots.
Yeah. Everyone give yourself a +1 to your brain.
Yeah. Should it be -1 brain plus 1 body?
well, I mean, if you figure...
You're going to stay awake for a little while, and you're going to
Oh.
be much more awake for a little while, and then it will
then-
not.
And
Yes.
then it's going to be bad.
I killed the thing on that, remember?
I fixed it.
Yeah.
Oh, mechanical pencils. I love it, it's continually, sharing a pencil, despite that there's an entire
There's a giant
What is
box.
bucket of
just keep that.
pencils
Just keep that.
right
Oh,
there.
I just saw whiskey.
Behind the whiskey.
It's behind the
okay.
whiskey. All the pencils are behind the whiskeys, and all the bourbon, and all the things. There you go.
And the Baileys.
That's
Um,
a pen. I love that there's 50 pencils, and he pulls out the one pen.
The one and the unsharpened pencil. This is great. Who brought unsharpened pencils also? That's what I want to know.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters.
That was me too. All right.
Teachers.
Teachers. Teachers bring pencils that are glittery because that's what's left over in our classrooms. All right. All right. So yeah, absolutely. It does. The docks are where the transfers take place, and more troubling to you, it seems like the pony transport happens over the sea, and that may be one of the reasons that the pony has such a strong naval presence.
The Navy's in on it.
Whether the Navy's in on it, you don't know, but it does seem like some of the Navy's in on it, and part of the Navy presence is to protect these shipments.
Oh yeah, they're abusing the Navy. Oh no. Okay.
Rubes, all of you.
We gotta go.
Yep.
Isn't it like abusing each other what you do in the Navy?
In the Navy. It's going to be a thing. That
I mean,
cannot.
consensual abuse.
Yeah, I mean, with consent, anything goes.
All right. So, yeah, you head down to the docks. There is, when you were traveling earlier, you saw there was a ton of pony police presence on the streets. There's none now. It seems like they've all gone to the mayor's office to see and to deal with the explosion.
Well, what a great distraction that was. That was secretly brilliant.
I know. Military intelligence. Super proud of himself.
Yeah.
Did not think of that at all.
All right.
10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Just 10 steps ahead. He just starts saying that over and over to himself because he's so pleased.
Yeah, 100%.
10 steps ahead.
Maximum effort.
It occurs to me as we're headed towards the docks, there may be a whole bunch of ponies who aren't up for running away at top speed, and maybe we should bring some kind of transport, like a bus, or I don't know if Pony Town has.
How is a bus going to outrun all the people that we're going to need to run away from?
Well, if the ponies themselves can't run, it's going to be faster than that.
Are the ponies on a boat?
Potentially, they haven't.
Why don't we steal the boat?
Where are we going to sail it to?
To another dock where the Pony Express will meet us.
The reporters. That's a good idea.
As long as they know that we are not the ones who took them.
We just need to get to the Pony Express as fast as we can.
My favorite thing about this moment is when you're making your character, you're like, oh, I can take sailing as my thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you think? And you're like, oh, we'll change it to piloting. It'll work for everything. I'm like, because I don't think we're going to be on the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh!
And you win because you can totally sail a boat. Or not sail, pilot a boat because it's not a sailboat. Yeah.
Great.
That's amazing. I just love that.
I still love, we need to get to the Pony Express as fast as possible.
Absolutely. It's
Yep.
so good. All right. So you make it down to the dock. As you're approaching, you do see, there is a ship down there on the dock. There is, they're not pony police. They look like military ponies. They're not wearing like a set uniform that you can identify. But it looks like there's two at the end of the dock that is like the gates, the entrance there.
Are they in like black knit caps that roll down with
Like ear holes.
Yeah, like the Navy dock worker.
They are
Goons.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dock worker goons.
100%.
Yeah.
They have they've shorn their manes super short.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Flat top.
Yeah.
Flat top mains.
Absolutely. And then
Better than bullet manes.
They're guarding like the entrance end of the dock where the dock actually attaches to land. And then there's another one or two, you can't tell how many, patrolling the top, like on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, you can't see it. It looks like a retired, like a smaller military boat.
Oh yeah.
But it's not marked like with military markings,
Like a
general.
decommissioned.
Yeah,
vessel.
it looks like somebody
Yeah.
maybe decommissioned one or something like that.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Were there any records about Sweetwater purchasing decommissioned military vessels?
Sweetwater doesn't even have to purchase them. They own them. As soon as they get decommissioned, they revert back to Sweetwater.
Tappy wants to do something. He picked up
No,
a
no,
dice.
you guys go ahead.
That's pony shit.
This can happen while they're talking.
Oh, well, I just want to know military shit.
Oh, okay.
As if this is like some sort of Black Ops thing, or like, do I recognize any of these people? And do I know anything about these decommissioned ship classes, or a class of ship like this that was recently decommissioned?
Cool. Roll your thing.
2.
Damn.
This die is our friend.
Yeah,
It is.
I've never been so happy to see such low rolls.
Yeah.
I'm guessing your number's probably higher than 2. So you succeed. In fact, you know 3 of the 4 ponies that are down there. You've worked with them. The 2 at the end of the dock, you actually have done a couple covert missions with and are actually on fairly good terms with. Because, damn, you rolled a 2. And you do know that decommissioned vessels have been going to a purpose. You didn't know what it was. But it was there's very specific instructions about what decommissioned vessels are supposed to do, what they need to look like, and that they need to be stripped of their military markings. So you knew all that.
Awesome. Excellent.
And you guys are still talking about while that
Yeah.
he's doing that observation while you guys are talking.
Great.
All right.
So how are we going to get on this boat?
We're not going to be able to pull rank because they're not military.
Yeah, they are.
What?
I know those guys.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. We did a few operations together. I covered our tracks there, too.
Well,
You want to get us on this boat?
Yeah, dude. He's, like, totally twitchy on the go pills. Let me see what I can do.
well, I'm a captain if you think it'll help.
Of course it will.
I'm just going to hang back here.
Yeah.
Not too far. We may have to leave in a hurry.
I can go
I'll
faster than
also-
you, as we have already proven.
Dr. Lance Boyle, by the way, is looking pretty intense, whites around the eyes. These
Think I'm a little safer away from the 2 of
the
you.
go pills have definitely had an effect. But I don't think this is the first time he's been on go pills.
It's just been a while.
Yeah,
a while.
yeah, it's been a few years. Okay, so
So I'm going to go down there and talk to my friends.
Yeah.
am I going with you or am I hanging back?
Absolutely coming with me.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay. As you,
Both of you can.
Yeah.
Because you're just an analyst.
Yeah, Pooja, if you want to come with us.
Okay.
and it's not very far. You're literally like probably max 50 yards. Like from the alley where you guys kind of are peeking through to like where the edge of the water is and where those 2 guards are.
Sure.
So
Okay.
not super far for a pony to run.
Mm-hmm.
For a person or anybody to run, actually.
I'll come with, then.
Okay.
If it seems like it might work, maybe.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. So as you guys are clopping down at the beginning, they tense up and they like put their pony eyes on you, and they're wearing the same sort of goggles that you are that like amplify the pony
And
waves
silence them.
and silence them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't get the like the
Yeah.
magic little laser sound. Yeah.
Magic laser sound.
And then like halt, this is Jonathan?
That's Lieutenant Colton to you, soldier.
Lieutenant, we weren't aware of any operations in this vicinity.
Well, that's exactly the reason why. Because we are here to watch your operation.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Captain Doc right here, Docology, and this over here is our military analyst. She's a civilian, but she has clearance.
Cool. Please roll your nerve to see if you can convince them of your bullshit.
Can I add my known military shit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, that die, man.
No wonder you guys keep sharing that die.
Yeah, that's in our favor.
Yeah, you rolled a 3. God damn it.
May it
So-
ever be in your favor.
It hurt me rolling up my stats,
Yeah.
but
It has served you well
Served
since.
you
Yeah.
well since that time. Yeah, absolutely. Sir, yes, sir. And they jump to like attention and they do their pony salute.
Mhm.
I don't know. This means that you've lost a war. I don't know if
I feel like
ponies have lost
I
a
feel
war,
like
so-
the pony salute would be more of like a
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
don't have to
Something.
take your hose off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in something
Wakanda
like.
forever.
Yeah.
For those of you listening,
Flat
rather than
face
just
plant.
watching, I'm just doing like a quick it's like a two-step.
Yeah.
It's like a Charlton jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's the pony jig.
Yeah. And they probably drop their heads. Like yeah.
Wakanda ponies have to do it like over the on the downside
Cross
instead
their
of
legs.
the up. Yeah.
Well, we're going to need to do a thorough inspection of the ship first, and I need all personnel in front so I can talk to you individually after our inspection. So everyone down to the docks, and we're going to inspect the boat.
Sir, yes, sir. We'll radio immediately. And they got on their comms and they're pulling off. And you see that it actually turns out that there were 3 of them patrolling the ship and maybe one that was up inside somewhere. And they all come down. So now there's 2 who are guarding, the 3 the guards, and then the one that was going to be like the pilot.
Now we're not going to get the stealth achievement.
No, but that's okay. But they all come and line up like super smartly. So there is like no doubt in your mind that these are all military ponies.
Right. And Lieutenant Colton has artificially dropped his voice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Badass. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Did
yes.
you change your voice to sound more like me?
No.
No.
No. No. You are a dude. He is a man.
Why do you say that?
Yes.
So he goes up, he walks in front of the ponies and salutes them. Says, all right, we're going to take a look at the ship now. I need you out here so that our observations are not changed in any way because I know you. So, salute again. We'll see you when we're done with our inspection.
Sir, yes, sir.
Back onto the ship.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So are the ponies on the ship already? Like the ones that are going to leave?
I don't know, you haven't
The
seen
prisoner
the ship yet.
ponies? All right.
Okay, well, we're going
We
to
need
get
to
on that ship then.
we need
and
to search
inspect
the
it.
ship. We gotta
Yeah.
search the ship.
Yep.
There's no reason that should have worked.
None, except you fucking rolled really well.
That's
And
awesome.
it's ponies, so come on.
Yep.
All right. Like it's basic military vessel. There's like the large deck on top. Above that is there's like the machine thing. I don't actually know much about military ships, but they kind of have a thing on top, and then the driver goes in the front.
And the doohickey. Yeah.
Pilot
And with the whirligigs.
I love it. This is exactly how it
Helmsman?
works. This is exactly how it works in this world. No, keep going. This is
Yep.
beautiful.
It is what it is.
This is awesome.
Ponies.
I
And
love
then
it.
down below inside, because I have seen some historical movies where they can go and down inside.
Yep. In the
There-
down below.
Yeah. There's the part where the military people sleep.
No, yeah.
Ponies.
Yeah.
Barracks?
The
Yeah.
pony hammocks.
They're pony hammocks. Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
Sounds legit.
And then there is the cargo hold. So I'm gonna just assume that you guys go through all of it. You do
Yeah.
find that the cargo hold has been modified to be stalls, basically like what you had earlier in the pony jail.
Yeah.
With the bars and stuff. And there are ponies in every one. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 ponies in one stall.
All right.
Yes, bastards.
Um,
Get us the fuck out of here.
all right. Maureen, do you want to just let these ponies know that we're on their side and they don't need to like panic or riot? Because in case they're planning a big escape, that would.
Fine.
I don't. I'm gonna go see if we can get the ship underway.
That's a great idea. Goddamn.
Okay.
Go. I'm going to get on top. Like, you're going to pilot, so I'm going to
Yeah.
be the captain.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna go through, make sure the ship has fuel and it's all ready to go, and
It is ready to make way.
I'm gonna go and I'm going to unlock all the stalls.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, this is some fucked up shit, and we're getting the fuck out of here.
But they're shipping us to the front line so we can do
Nope.
our service.
And no, they're shipping you to be slaves to the bears.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
That's what I just said.
and then the engines come on.
Oh shit, we're gonna go. They're gonna take us. We've gotta get off the boat.
Nope. That's our guy piloting the boat. The one you just saw. Who said we're gonna get out of here?
Oh.
Yeah.
What about the badass guys with the weird caps?
They're all standing outside like idiots.
All right, where are we going?
Pony Express.
What?
We have to let everyone know what's going on. Because otherwise, it'll just keep happening to more ponies.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This war has been all engineered.
Yeah. You're intense.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but we're going somewhere safe where we're not going to be on the boat
Yes.
anymore. Okay.
Yes.
I don't like
The boat sucks.
Yeah. All right. So.
But we're in total agreement here.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, I locked the door to get in to the boat.
Yeah, so those guys
I can't just like
get back
right
on.
back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Excellent. Yeah.
Military intelligence.
Just push the little thing down like it's a, like 1970s.
Like, no spinning, nothing. Just like, kunk.
It's
Yeah.
like
Done.
it's like the peg on a Lincoln Continental. Clunk. Oh, there are any coat hangers.
Oh no! If you have the peg, it's fine. It's the ones with the hook.
Oh, yeah.
It's susceptible to coat
yeah.
hangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you start up the engines, you start hearing some shouting from on the dock. But the door is locked.
Kung, kung, kung.
Yeah.
Excuse me, could you open the door, please? No.
You are starting to hear. Well, no, you can't because they have silencers on. But if you look out the window, you can see that they're using their super pony laser vision at the door
Whoa. All
to
right.
try and cut
So
through
we
the
can,
door.
we can kind of hear the door taking its.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a porthole that I can laser pony my lasers through?
Sure.
Because it's
You're looking through to see them, so yes, there's something.
Actually,
can see.
you know what? Like, let's rally the fucking troops.
Oh yeah, we
I'm
got
like,
a bunch of
you want
ponies
to get
with
out?
laser eyes.
You want to get out of here? Well, we're gonna have to take out these guys because they ain't.
Well, they're
letting you
still
go
on the
that
dock.
easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they-
want to light fire to the dock
Yeah.
with my
Oh,
pony
nice.
eyes.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot them.
Yeah.
'Cause also, I know them.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're
The pony
just-
traffickers.
Yes, the pony traffickers.
Well, they
the
don't-
slave mongers. I know them.
I don't
so-
know if these ponies know what they're doing or not.
Yeah, I don't know,
That's-
Yeah.
Regardless,
I'm sorry. And when I was picturing you locking the door, I thought you meant like there's like the ramp to get on the boat, and then there's the
Gangway.
gate here.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh.
what I was thinking. So they're not on the boat.
Yeah, they're on the
Okay.
gangway.
They're
yeah.
still on the gangway.
Then I am definitely lighting fire to the dock.
Yeah.
With my laser eyes,
Awesome.
and then
Nice.
Ponies can
locking the
swim.
door.
Yep. Cool. Roll the thing.
Okay.
Lasers.
9 exactly.
That looks
Nice.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. And you are full-grown ponies, so you actually have a plus. I forgot to tell you that you actually have +4 to your laser.
Oh.
So, because as mares and stallions, you have full. Oh no, I'm sorry. You guys were. Well, I'll say
We
yeah,
weren't, but
3.
he can be.
You still made it regardless. So yeah, if you want to be a full stallion, you can have +4. If you're
Yeah.
Stallion.
if you're a colt, you get +3.
Yeah. I'm younger. I was the Doogie Howser of naval doctors.
Yeah.
I know. He's,
And I'm just the kid who
Yeah.
happened to be working at the record store at the time.
I think Lieutenant Colton has seen some shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. So you get a +4.
Definitely.
So yeah, you laser the shit out of the dock. I'm not actually going to worry about damage since you're going to like light a fire. You're not looking to damage a fucking dock. So it does kind of spark a little bit of a fire. And ponies don't like fires.
I was about to say, and that's some pony panic.
Yeah, absolutely. So even the well-trained military ponies kind of start like shying and doing the thing, and they all kind of start taking off down the dock because they can't handle that.
Nope.
Nobody's there to cover their eyes and lead them up.
Great weakness.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm speedboat backing up.
Piloting? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your piloting.
Okay, it's all happening.
Yeah, we'll do brain plus.
Okay, so I get a +1 to brain, 11, piloting +1, 12.
Oh, dice! Why must you? I think it's time for some yum yums.
18, I win. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What does Yum Yum do?
Yum yums do lots of things.
Yes.
So if
I
I
have
can
4
I
of
spend
those.
2 yum yums and take 6 off the roll? Is that how that works?
I have to read it again. We talked about it earlier and I forgot. Each yum yum spent is worth up to 3 points.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll spend 2 and take 6 off, and that'll put me at 12.
Yep.
And that's under my 13.
Cool.
Yay!
Perfect. Sorry, I forgot to give you yum yums. So let me give you yum yums, Tappy.
So I have 1 left.
We're using the non D20s. There are your yum yum candies.
Oh, and they're
Oh, no, I
army
get
green.
one more. I rolled a 20.
Huh?
I rolled a 20 for my Yum Yums. I have 4 Yum Yums.
Oh, excellent. Perfect.
Oh, and he's got like the hunter green yum yums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yep.
Mhm.
You
Army
have to
green.
go with his pony outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Gotta coordinate.
Coordinates the looks.
Okay, so yeah.
What that says about your purple, I'm not sure.
Backing this truck up, and we're gonna float on out of here.
All right, absolutely. You actually probably don't want to back up because the land is behind you, but I know what you mean. So you're going to go forward.
They backed into the parking
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Okay, well, that's information I didn't have.
It's okay.
Oh, damn.
So you're pulling out. No one pulled up the gangplank, so it just kind of falls and
Fine.
splashes into the
They
water.
get what they get. Ponies
And-
can swim.
Yeah, and
I'd rather swim than
weren't
be
there
on
anymore.
fire. Oh,
They're
yeah,
not
that's
there
right.
they've run down the docks. So.
Yeah.
You're pulling out into the ocean past Rainbow Falls,
Yeah.
and where are you going exactly?
The
You're a
Pony
little,
Express.
you're a little rusty at it,
Yeah.
but
Is there like this big, like...
Oh, sorry, parking brake.
Scrape along the dock.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we're probably still attached by ropes to the dock, so
Yeah.
parts of it probably rip off.
yeah, that's coming with us.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit
kind of
happens.
dragging.
That's my dock now.
Yeah, you're kind of like you keep kind of sort of turning.
Can
in
someone
this-
laser those?
I was about to say, then, like, I have to go out and, like, laser them off.
Yeah, laser the ropes.
Yeah,
Sorry about the dock.
yeah.
Um,
All right, so your plan is to make contact with the Pony Express.
Yes. So I'm gonna,
Use your hayphone.
yes, using my hayphone, and I'm trying to call, like, the premier investigative journalist at the Pony Express.
well, wait, if you're real, like, goth, the hayphone is too cool, right? Like, wouldn't you want a pone droid?
I do want a Bondroid. You're right. I need it. You know what? Like, even more than that, like, I've hacked it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it runs Linux.
Yeah. You
it
rooted
runs like,
Amazing.
Umbetu.
Yeah.
Me too.
But either way, I use my my communication device, custom OS, to contact the premier investigative journalist at the Pony Express.
Yeah, you absolutely. Hello, hello. You have to speak up. Hello, there's been an explosion. Who is this? Hurry.
I'm coming to you with a ship full of ponies that were sold into slavery to the bears.
What? Is this a prank call? I don't think
No,
I have time.
I literally
Prank call.
I literally have a decommissioned Navy vessel that was shipping ponies to the bears in exchange for additional land,
Holy shit.
orchestrated by the mayor
You have it? What do you mean
along
you
with
have it?
Sweetwater. I'm in it right now.
Where is this? 1 second. And you hear walking away from busy sounds, and then it's quieter. Where is the ship now?
We're just coming around Rainbow Falls.
All right, I'll be there as fast as I can. You better not be fucking with me, kid.
You better fucking get here before they do.
Click.
So let me get this straight. These are all convicted felons. These are all prisoners, right?
Yes.
And we just let all of them out of their stalls.
They're not like, it's not like they're gonna like...
Do you know that yet? Because you're up above.
You know what? I don't know that. You're right. Nope. Don't
They
know
just
that
want
at
to
all.
get out of here. Not to mention, when I told them what was going on, they were like, "We need to go do our service." So I feel like it's less like hardcore convicted felons than it is like, I'm gonna go do community service.
Right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like it felt like that.
All right.
I feel like we may be proven right or
You guys
wrong
have
here
the
too.
best
Either way,
ideas.
no, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Colton thinks that was a great idea.
Yeah.
100%.
I also
And in fact,
thought the military was storming the ship, so
Right,
we needed
right,
to
yeah.
defend ourselves.
That's good. That was a good plan.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
plan. Actually,
I like
in hindsight,
I like everything about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in hind quarter sight.
Oh.
All right, so you are idling off the coast, right off of Rainbow Falls.
Yeah, just heading around to some other dock. Like, hopefully, Pony Express is gonna meet us somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we go.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to come up with a name
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
for the press lady. I'm like,
Investigative. So I can't think of anyone who was a famous investigative journalist.
So she's gonna
Which probably says something.
Brockovich.
Aaron Brockovich.
Ponovich.
So, like a Aaron Trofovich.
Trofovich.
Win.
Damn.
Win.
Damn.
Your fun game is on point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
True.
impressed.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make up for being unable to figure out a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her first one, like she couldn't come up with her
Like
first,
I
ever since
froze
then.
on the name
Yeah.
and then everything.
Yeah,
like I'm
nailed
like,
it.
Aaron
Nailed it since then. So
Trofovich.
Aaron Trofovich.
Damn.
So she's actually a very well-known journalist. You guys all know what she looks like because she does a lot of both print and media reporting. So you see her, she's down, and you see her kind of approaching. She's not out on the dock. She looks like she's looking around, like she's kind of look like ready to be disappointed and kind of pissed. Until you guys kind of pull in like close enough, and then her eyes get like
flip
wide.
on all the running lights finally, and
Yeah,
In the front.
yeah.
in the Navy.
Yeah, absolutely. So she comes walking down, and she's already like taking pictures with her magic hoof cam, whatever it is, whatever you do, like of the vessel, of the fact that it doesn't have markings, all this stuff, and she's down there on the dock.
Oh man, pony reporters have the equivalent of like Google Glass.
Yeah.
It's on there and they have to like blink to use
Yeah.
it, and it's so obnoxious.
And then accidentally take a whole bunch of photographs just because they blink all the time.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna try and pull the boat in and
You're
not
fine with that.
crash
You already-
into the dock.
Yeah,
Okay.
you already did a
Great.
successful roll. so
Hooray. I don't want to roll anymore. My skills are so bad.
I feel like you did a lot of rolls today, though.
it's fine. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that die was been very friendly to me.
Yes, today, yes. All right, so you pull the boat up to the dock and stop it. She's kind of standing there. She's obviously not going to, like, come up on the strange,
Yeah.
unmarked boat, but...
Fine, I'll come out and be like,
Okay.
the prisoners are down in the cargo hold. It's been converted.
Oh, you're the one I talked to on the phone.
Duh.
What's your
Do you think
name?
you talked to that dude?
For the no. For the record, what's your name?
Yeah, that's not...
All right, fine, I get it. Anonymous. Okay, great.
I don't want Sweetwater coming after my family.
Yeah, well, good job being brave when it counts, at least. Anyway, so she goes up the gangplank.
I'm sorry. Am I the one with the boat full of prisoners? Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
She's going to kind of give Colton a strange look as he's standing up there like this.
Yeah, salute and like a nod. Like, yes, we did a good job.
Yeah. So how did you guys stumble on that? You guys are not military. Well, not all of you are military. Are you military?
Military intelligence.
She's like taking notes. All right. And you said there's
Contradiction.
prisoners downstairs,
Yes.
and this boat was shipping them to be slaves, and they can confirm that?
They thought they were going to do their service, but we have a paper trail that leads back to slave shipments and directly references this shipment.
Ah, wow. Goodness, that's a huge story. And you
Not to
said-
mention, I mean, the prisoner shipments happen through the actual authorized Navy during the day, not in the middle of the night through unmarked vessels
Right,
and unknown contractors.
right. And you said that you could directly link this to Mayor Aurora?
Yes,
Yeah, she has full knowledge of what's been going on here.
and has been helping coordinate it.
Yeah, and Erin gets like a super bitchy smile when she says, I hate her, this is awesome. All right, so she goes down and she like takes pictures with the prison, of the altered ship down there with the prisoners in there. She does interviews with them. Most of them seem to be like felons, but most of it seems to be a lot of like non-violent stuff
Sure.
or like breaking, entering, things like that, but nothing.
Stole a car.
It's Clover.
Yeah, things like
Yeah.
that.
It's like, he has some clover on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things like that. So none of it's like super, like nothing you'd be like, oh yeah, that deserves the death penalty.
Right.
Because we already trampling is how the death penalty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just determined that.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Yes, it is.
That's like the death penalty. You get beaten to death.
Yeah.
With
Welcome to
hands.
Patagonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the herd mentality.
This story went wild.
We went dark quick.
Whoa. All right.
And since we are almost out of time, we only have like 3 minutes left. We can kind of just like narrate the end of this tale.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send the send the
Tie a bow
the
on
proof, and I'm gonna send all the proof of the collusion between the bear factions. As yet hidden. But the hibernating, company. Hibernating weapons development.
There you go.
And Sweetwater, like that collusion, I'm going to send that proof to Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
So that she can blow the lid off of it on her side.
Yes.
And we can take these bastards down.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what happens. Erin Trofovich takes the information we've given her, and she runs a huge story across all Pony Media, and like blows the lid. Mayor Aurora is arrested. Also, a lot of her family and members of the Sweetwater security company, corporation, whatever it is, it actually does lead to peace talks between the bears and the ponies. Once it is let out there and everyone realizes that they've been doing this and colluding and doing this for so long. So the ponies have been selling off unwanted members of their society for more land because they have, resource problems in Glitter Valley. And then the bears have been accepting, these, basically slaves to work for them and selling off their land, giving away their land. And both sides have been fueling this war for a really long time to keep the tensions high so no one would communicate about this particular arrangement. So
I think as a slight epilogue, Lance Boyle was grumpy and abrasive enough to be thought to be an excellent ambassador to the Bearlands.
yes.
And because he was embroiled in the whole court trial and he was a very public figure at that point, and is a convincing speaker. He's just unpleasant in personal situations.
Yes.
But to bears, he's perfectly pleasant.
I think it's fabulous.
And he can drink as much as they can. So he ends up becoming an ambassador to, like a consul to the Bear Nations.
Nice, absolutely. You guys do find Bernard Borealis. Bernard, yeah, sorry. Yep. Bernard Borealis. He is very injured from his time being tortured, but he survived. He did survive.
Yay!
So maybe because of that explosion that happened, because that seemed to have interrupted.
Flip-flopping into a way.
So you are able to facilitate his rehabilitation and him getting back to his daughter, Aurora.
Awesome.
So that's part of the thing that happens.
And, well, as the highest-ranking military officer that gave his name to the press, I'm taking full credit for this. 100%. I expect a statue in Colton Square.
Absolutely.
And I throw myself a parade.
Yes, you totally get one. You're also given a huge promotion, and you're trying to decide right now whether you want to shift that into a political career or if you want to continue on in serving in the military and go even higher that way.
Well, I think that he can probably stay in the military because now we need intelligence more than ever. And he is the most intelligent.
He's the most qualified to bring
you
that.
Can tell.
Absolutely.
The most intelligent.
Yes, absolutely.
So he should be in charge of military intelligence, I think. No, General Colton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
real good.
It has a good ring to it.
Yes. All right, Maureen, what happens with you?
I basically take over the record shop because it turns out that the owner had no idea how to run the business to begin with. And I'm able to import new bear music now that peace talks have happened and really expose people to the real soul affecting music of the Black Bears. And I'm going to set up a whole music festival.
Yeah, those tunes can get hairy.
And really as a bridging and Aurora Borealis helps me, and we actually end up like
Oh, that's so cool.
co-running this
A
festival.
Pony and Bear Festival.
Yeah, you guys actually make history. It is the first like pony bear entrepreneurship in history. So it is something that really, really kind of catches on. And yeah, you become also famous for that, but on the darknet, you also have become famous, like, because you, like, use the darknet to, like, reach and, like, break down barriers and stuff like that. So you've actually...
I had to burn my handle.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to get, like, do the thing. It's like the thing with, like, Trinity, where, like, everybody who knew who she was, so you had to come up with another handle for
Yeah,
that.
like I had to burn my handle, like hard drives, microwaved, everything,
Yeah.
like everything down. I was like,
Yep.
I guess it was worth it.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. It was super fun to
Hey,
play.
thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
Yay, so much fun.
We're glad you joined us.
Yay!
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, it is 3:04 right now. At 4 p.m., Tappy's going to be in this chair, and he's going to be running Monster of the Week.
Monster of the Week.
Yes, in PBTA
Awesome.
with a whole new group of players, and it should be really awesome.
Super awesome.
Yeah, so we'll see you in a little while. Go get something to drink and come back.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.